Bottle of booze.
Yay!
Hello, we're live. I got Zeralon here. Everybody else is late. I don't know why everybody's late, but that's okay. Hi, Zeralon. How you doing?
I mean, I'm here. I'm everybody.
Yeah,
no,
you
I'm
are.
nobody.
You're everybody right now. Congratulations. Late. I don't know why everybody. I think. Okay. Hi, Zeralon. I think this is your first time on this channel, and I might be your first rum and coke ever.
Sorry, I'm shoving cereal in my face.
It's okay. It's rum and coke night. That's what it's for. That's what we're here for. There we go. I fixed it. You got your rum. Got your cereal. And you've got one pale orange cat. Which cat is that?
This is Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, wonderful. Everyone abandoned us. Yeah. Landon got a link. Manya got a link. Dapper got a link. These motherfuckers.
They just didn't. They didn't want to hang out with us. I don't know. I even wore a dinosaur shirt.
You even wore a dinosaur shirt. Sapphire's giving you an A+. So congratulations.
I mean, I had pajama pants on, but I have a nice collared dinosaur shirt. Although my collar's all screwed up. Can't have screwed up. Can't have a screwed up collar.
My clothes are pajama clothes. That's a real life. Check it out. I've got a burrito blanket. It's a giant tortilla. So I have become burrito.
I have a blanket. I'll go get it.
Yeah, do it. Go get your blankie. Happy New Year, everybody. This is the first rum and coke of 2026. And I think we only did one rum and coke in 2025. So congratulations on that. What's your favorite part about 2025 so far, everybody? Because what a start. Oh, it's a dino.
I think you meant 20. I think you meant 2026. So my favorite part about 2025 is that it's over.
Yes.
It is a dino blanket and they glow in the dark.
Oh, that's so awesome.
I made it myself from some fabric I found.
Oh, you made it yourself? How? Was it, did you need to use glue or like?
So I found the dino fabric, and it's this really nice plushy fabric. And then I rolled the edge twice all the way around. So the entire edge has been rolled twice and unstitched it.
Yeah.
And then the corners have like a weird like puzzle cut into them. So when you roll them twice, it makes a really nice like flat corner. You know, some blankets have that really hard, like you lay on, you're like, oh God, I'm laying on a rock. This doesn't have that because I did this really like weird puzzly corner that was a pain in the ass to figure out. But it worked. It makes a really comfy blankie. I actually sleep with it at night half the time. It's comfortable, and if I have this, my wife can't steal it.
Oh, fair enough. That do be the real struggle though. Wife steely blankie.
And she doesn't even use them. She like when she turns it at night, she pulls the blanket and then lays on it.
Oh,
so I wake up. I have no blanket, and she's sleeping on it, and she's over in the other room. Hey, hey.
Wonderful. That's great. There's one of those. It's one of those things. Yeah, YouTube lied to you. This has always been planned for Saturday, but YouTube was lying and saying it was Sunday. YouTube's a big fat liar, and it definitely wasn't me just hitting the wrong button because the dates on the calendar on the YouTube studio are shifted slightly to the left. Don't worry about it. Chesh needs a blankie because M cold, dem feet Arctic cold. Yes, this is true. My toes are very, very chilly right now. I had the little heater that I have in my room on.
Well, goblins have big feet. You gotta have a lot of blankie to cover goblin feet.
No, they don't have that excuse because they don't look at the stream before coming in here. They didn't get confused about what day it was. They knew exactly what day it was. They just abandoned us.
Sadness.
I know. How could this happen? It's The chat, you guys also need to tell me what your favorite part of 2026 is so far. I'm not late. Time is relative. You're early. It do be like that sometimes. I think my favorite part of 2026 so far has just been the oh boy.
Well, like, oh yeah, 2025 was a train wreck. Oh, it's getting worse. Oh man, it can't possibly get any worse. 2026. Yeah, hold my beer.
Hold my beer. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen.
Let's just start full throttle.
This is exactly the same way I felt at the beginning of 2025. I'm like, I know exactly what's gonna happen, but I don't expect it to like hit me in the face like day 3.
Yeah.
It's like when if you've ever watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail and Sir Lancelot is running across the field and he's coming and then it cuts away and it comes back and he's running. It cuts away, it comes back and he's running and he never gets any closer. Then suddenly he's right there and hits him in the face and knees the guy in the groin and then runs in the castle.
I love
that's
that movie.
The beginning of 2025 and the beginning of 2026.
My wife had never seen it. I made her watch it. And Ashley says loves that it's one less year of the Trump admin. Yeah, I'll drink to that.
Yeah, one down, 3 to go. At least. That's fair. I'm on board with that.
I mean,
can't go easy on the beer this time because I didn't have beer last time.
I mean, I did say I poured 2 rums. There's another rum in my freezer chest. Just go get it.
Oh, okay.
Just run down. It's Canada's right next door. Just come get it.
Will it take me longer or shorter than it would have to walk all the way to Calgary from Toronto? Obligatory fuck ice.
Let's see.
Obligatory fuck ice. Bum 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 ba da dum. Bum 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 ba da dum.
Toronto directions.
I wanted to make a joke about Dapper drinking Coke because Schedule 1, but he abandoned us. He abandoned us. Make sure you give him a hard time next time. Next live that Dapper's at, you guys gotta make sure you guys gotta do me a solid and give him a hard time.
Oh, Chesh, I pulled up the Google walking path. It is only 927 hours. 39 days. That's just right down the street.
That's only 1 week longer than it would take me to walk to Calgary. Calgary's 31 days.
Oh no. Wait. Warnings. This route includes a ferry. That's probably not the biggest issue there. This route crosses a country region border. Well, I would like to cross that border, but you probably should stay on that side.
Yeah. I'm screwed. If I go to the United States right now, I got this crazy lady who's apparently called what's it called? Homeland Security on me. I got fucking this rum and coke is also not intended to be 4 hours like the last one was. I mean, I'm not gonna stop it if it is, but I was only intending for maximum 2 hours.
What is time?
Just a quick adventure, in and out. I'm gonna tell Dapper to be on a phone.
This is tobacco, by the way, guys.
No, it's not Bubbles? Bubbles isn't gonna come out of there?
Would you like me to switch to my Sherlock Holmes pipe? I have one.
Which kind of tobacco is it?
This is Captain Black, which is your higher end of the cheap tobaccos.
I think I'm
also almost out of it.
Yeah. I wonder if actually that's something that's big. So Canada doesn't sell American alcohol in places now, and now I'm curious if they've done the same for tobacco.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't surprise me either, but I haven't looked because why would I?
Very little, even the American tobacco, very little of it's actually grown here. This is made in Denmark. So this is made in Denmark.
Yeah, I wonder how much is the now I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. Now I gotta check. Now I gotta find out. How much USA tobacco is sold in Canada? I'm wondering if it's not a lot.
Looks like U.S. tobacco production has been in decline for a couple decades now.
Yep.
430 to 440 million pounds between 2022 and 2023.
That is, hold on, is that millions? What is that number? 14, hold on, that's 100, 1,000, 100,000, 14 million. 14,277,896,000, 896,000, yeah, 14 million. Maybe?
So we are the 5th country for tobacco production, but we're the first for consumption and like final product making.
Yeah,
so we don't grow the tobacco, but
yeah.
most of the like the cigarettes and stuff.
Yeah, this is specifically like throughout the entire country of, but not where it's coming from, just the amount that it's sold. Interesting.
Yeah.
Quebec and Ontario are pretty close to each other. Oh, it's units in billions. Okay, so it's 14 billion in 2024. Interesting. But yeah, it doesn't actually tell us how much is like from the United States. So there probably little to no change.
It says
it's not enough.
it says we're the 5th largest grower, and like the 4 above us are way above us.
Mm.
Yeah, I might have to switch pipes. This one just does not want to stay lit tonight.
Am I low? Am I low? What? Like my volume? My volume low? I can turn myself up. Is that better? I can be louder. I can also talk louder. I also like to not have to yell all the time.
Which I just came from my mom's house where everybody yells constantly, so.
Yeah. All right.
We were all sitting in the living room. Big old sectional. We're all sitting in there. And my mom's sitting at the side and she's talking to us and she's just yelling. It's like, I'm 4 feet away. I can hear you.
My family's like that sometimes. When we get going and we're all excited, we all get loud. But like one of my favorite.
Mom is the youngest. Yeah, my mom's the youngest of 7 plus foster kids, so they're kind of used to
needing to be loud. Yeah. I got my mom's the youngest of her siblings, so it tracks. One of my favorite things is there's a running joke that so we go when I leave every summer for that 1 week, I rent a cabin that's part of like a cul-de-sac of cabins. So it's like a little spot. And if me or my sister, even when we were really young, if we're ever looking for our mom when we're here, we just stop what we're doing, listen for like a minute or two, and we'll hear her cackling from like across over there. She's over there. Been doing it for years.
My mom, so I lived, there were no other kids around me. There was like one. So obviously me and that one kid, we were friends because there's nobody else. And my parents have like 6 acres, and then his parents have like 6 acres, and their corners touch. And so his mom and my mom ended up becoming friends, and they'll be outside working, and all of a sudden she's like, "Hey, bitch!" Just echoing across the mountain. What, bitch? She's like, "What are you doing?"
They're just neighbors yelling at each other. That's
just neighbors just screaming at each other,
echoing across the way. That's what is it? Hey, Tony! Fuck you! What's your name? Ezekiel! Fuck you, Ezekiel! I think what people should do in 2026 is they should go back in a YouTube or internet time capsule and find their favorite old YouTube video. Or like pre-YouTube, like old favorite Newgrounds video or something.
The old Newgrounds stuff? God, I remember Newgrounds.
And then just, share it, because there's so much like good old stuff that people don't see anymore.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yo, bring it back. Bring it back. Remember when YouTube used to be about animation? Oh, man.
You remember when YouTube didn't have ads?
Long time ago.
Yeah, I remember when YouTube didn't have ads. I remember when ad blockers worked better.
Remember when
I have a
YouTube wasn't
Pi-hole,
owned by
but-
Google?
Yeah, I have a Pi-hole, but it's not hooked up right now. I need to get my Pi-hole running again.
Your pie hole?
You don't know what a Pi-hole is?
No.
So you know what a Raspberry Pi is? The little, okay. So you get a little Raspberry Pi and you run some software on it and you set it up and it's on your network. And whenever you type in like a web address, instead of it going to the DNS, it goes to the Pi-hole. And it says, Pi-hole, look this up for me. And what it does is it has a list of every like ad server and malware and all. It just has a list of that. And if it gets a request for one of those, it just denies it. So when you go to a website, all of the ads, when the website pings to get the ad server, it just denies that. It's like, no, you don't get to do that.
Go away.
So it's a network-wide ad blocker. It blocks
Aw.
ads and malware, and they're really easy to set up, and they work very well.
That's cool. Like, is it personalized? Like, you don't have to go in there. I imagine you can just download like a list, right?
Yeah, so you download a list, and you can download multiple lists, and then every so often, like you go to an IP address, and it'll get you into the Pi-hole, and you can tell it to update, and it'll update it. I had mine tuned at one point where it was blocking like 98% of all ads, all analytics, all data gathering. It was shutting it all down.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
So I rather like it. You can run, because you basically set your primary and secondary DNS to talk to the Pi-hole, and then you like your backup. If this doesn't work, you have it go to Google. So you get So it's like, well, because Google has a DNS. I use Google DNS quite a bit. So if the Pi-hole goes down, your network doesn't just stop having internet.
Right.
But instead of doing that, you're going to get two Pi-holes and be like, okay, this one's primary, this one's secondary. Unless they both go down, I have internet.
Rez! I was debating on whether I was going to give you a link just without even asking. Okay. I was just going to send you one with unprompted.
Well, that's how I got mine.
You've prompted before. We talked about
that. That is true. That is true. I mean, you're allowed to invite me onto anything anytime. I don't care.
Especially a drinking stream.
Yeah, I get to drink
for free.
I get to call it a business expense. I get to write off my rum.
Let's go, Rez. What's
I like
up?
how you're giving Chesh permission to give you permission to come up on her stream.
Yeah. It do be like that. I bullied somebody today. This stupid bitch decided she wanted to talk shit on my regular channel in the side chat, and it was while Monty was streaming. So Monty was on my account, and I went on Debate Hub, and this person is so stupid that they didn't know that I'm Debate Hub. And they were like, oh, well, why don't you just stop streaming then? Oh, well, why do you need to calm down, like talking to people and telling them what they needed to do? And I was like, you need to shut the fuck up. This is the same lady.
Was it by chance a certain Trump-supporting airhead?
Yeah, this is the lady who called supposedly Homeland Security on me.
Oh, well, there's a specific one we know.
Yeah, I chased them off. I chased them off without even having... And you want to know what the response to me was? To tell me that they're paying for gold membership. And I was just like, I fucking give a shit. It's like, apparently
membership.
Well, they have a membership on my regular channel, and it's the gold membership.
Oh.
So, yeah. So they're like, what? I'm giving you money. I'm like, that doesn't mean you get to tell people what the fuck to do. What are you talking about?
It doesn't mean I'm required to like you. Doesn't mean I can't, tell you to fuck off.
They didn't realize it was me. Anyway, I told them they need to shut the fuck up and they better look out. Otherwise, they're gonna get bit in the ass.
Wait, so
they might like that.
They were paying membership to your channel and then shit-talking you on your channel, not realizing it was your channel.
Not realizing it was me. Because I was logged into Debate Hub. on my regular
Right,
channel.
no, I understand
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's just like, how stupid can this bitch be?
Yeah, the answer is yes.
The answer is very.
The answer is correct, in fact. I'm not gonna lie, I had a little bit of fun because this lady has been like, she was just being a complete entitled asshole, and I was like, all right, okay, bet. So I started like using the language she uses against everybody else. I like that you changed your name in the Discord to redacted, by the way, Rez. That's pretty great.
Yeah, I thought that a little humorous.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Oops, wrong button.
Kind of topical.
I'm just happy that I was able to chase her away without even having to like ban or hide her at all. I was just like verbally mean.
Well, I mean, that's fine. You got to be mean to dumb, stupid people that think that they're entitled. That's how you teach them forcefully that they are not actually entitled.
You have to learn the hard way.
Personally, I think everybody should be required to carry a Nerf bat, and anytime somebody's being stupid, you should be required to bap them in the head. Everybody around them should be required to bap them. So when you be stupid in public, you're getting bapped a lot in rapid succession.
The more people there are in the area, the more you get bapped.
Yeah.
The last time this stupid cunt was in our community, I made her cry.
Good.
And then she threatened me.
Woo!
I haven't made anyone, well, okay, that I know of. I have not made anybody cry online for quite a while, and the last one was a little kid playing Call of Duty.
Oh,
that's valid.
I have a question. Chat's now already talking about this. If you're a D&D class, what D&D class are you? You can multi-class, but you can't be multi-classed more than 2. Chat, you tell me who you think is what, but also who you think you are.
I probably think I'm a ranger, but I'm actually probably a warlock. But I think I'm a ranger.
So you're a warlock that just does the job of a ranger?
Yeah, no, I've got a bow and I shoot things and I do ranger magic, and I don't know why this weird shadow demon's always here. It's just...
That's just my familiar. That's like my woodland creature.
That's like a warlock, arcane archer dual class.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm a ranger. I do the ranger things.
Nice,
I have ranger magic.
I am here.
Me? Chesh, you're good at this. Like, what's a good pick for like an anti-theist?
A paladin.
Really?
I actually do have an atheist paladin character.
Yeah, atheist paladins are the best.
No. Not atheist, anti-theist.
Yeah.
Like just a straight up like anti-religion. Like an anti-religion class. That's more of a character thing rather than a class thing. But if I had to be like,
I'm an anti-theist, so I'm trying to think like what would be the class for that?
I might put you in barbarian.
Like yeah, I mean, you could do something like that. You could do one of like the weird like warlocky ones.
Well, the warlock has a supernatural patron. Is the problem?
Not necessarily. There are other patrons other than just supernatural now.
It depends on what you consider supernatural. Are the Fae supernatural in D&D?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Does a unicorn count?
Is a unicorn supernatural? Because
you could have a unicorn as your patron and just be riding into battle on a unicorn.
On your patron.
On your patron. Which means if your mount dies, you lose all your power.
In an extra special way, yeah. I went through a whole thing. I think it depends on how you view it. I think just a regular fighter could be like anti-god, but I think that if you're going to try to like lump it in with the class features, you have the warlock as an option, but I think a more interesting one would either be the barbarian, the bard, or the monk.
Oh, those are all good. The reason I said warlock is because warlock does not have to like their patron.
Right.
They can be opposed to their patron.
Religion, yeah.
I was kind of thinking bard because of like things like silvery barbs.
Barbarian.
Multi-class.
Very
I feel
much
like a
kind
lot of
thing.
anti-religion comes with like a good amount of rage, though, which is where you're getting your barbarian from. And like barbarians seem like the Kratos, I'm gonna scream at God and then kill them.
And the bard's got a bunch of insults and quips.
I do have the deck of mini insults.
That is fun. It was a good time.
I love it. Have you seen the artwork on it, Chesh?
No.
So the card has a dragon showing you his backside. His butthole is glowing, and he's flipping you off.
April says that in D&D, they're the one who orders the pizza. The real hero.
So it was you who sent the pizza to Steve.
Oh, April, you're the one who sent the pizza to Steve in the wrong address.
My hero.
Oh, my hero, he said. I think you can have fun with a cleric, but I think the paladin, man. I feel like the paladin is probably the best anti-theist. And the reason is because, one, the paladin is based off of charisma, and two, the paladin just has to believe hard enough. It doesn't matter what they believe in. So if you believe in yourself or you believe hard enough that God doesn't exist, you have power.
There is the Oathbreaker Paladin, which could kind of work.
No, you don't need to be an
I misremembered
Oathbreaker.
it.
You can just be a regular paladin who's like, fuck you in particular.
He's showing off his butthole on the back of the card. He's flipping you off on the front of the card.
Oh, okay. You can show us the front of the card, but not the back of the card. Oh, it's hard to see. Oh.
Let's see. I thought barkskin was supposed to be temporary.
Oh, no. I think if I was a D&D class, I would be the DM. Is that cheating? Am I cheating?
Yeah, maybe, but that's what the DM does. Natural selection dropped a bollock with you.
It's because Chesh is a rule setter.
Sapphire says I'm a bard.
Nah.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yes, there are plenty of more fish in the sea, but you're in the desert alone.
You do talk.
Oh! Okay, yeah, charisma is used by a lot of classes, not just bards. Alright? Charisma is paladins, charisma is bards, charisma is sorcerers, charisma is warlocks. That's all charisma based.
There's way too many charisma classes.
Yes, I think
I've met fireballs with more tact and diplomacy. This one's great.
You tell me what you think of this. The sorcerer should be constitution based instead of charisma based.
Yeah,
on Sork.
I can go with that. I find the fact that you've lived this long both surprising and disappointing.
Yep, I know now. I'm a storm sorcerer.
Proficiency has been chasing you, but you've always been faster.
Just because I want the ability to fly on command.
There's one thing that bards do that I like, and it is definitely on board with shit that I do. And it is that at level 10, and like at subsequent levels, intervals after that, bards get to take spells from any class list. And that's like, they yoink, this is mine now. And I do that to people all the time. Somebody does something I like, and I go,
I have haste now.
This is mine now, thank you. Well, one of the ones that kills me that not on the bard spell list in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons is Counterspell. Counterspell is not on the fucking bard list. And I'm like, how the fuck is Counterspell not on the bard list? By the way, the Mage Slayer... The Mage Slayer feat needs to have a counterspell in it. In which case, if a mage or wizard or caster casts a spell within 5 feet of you when you have the Mage Slayer, you should be able to react and punch them in the throat, which stops them from casting their spell.
Technically, isn't the feat of Mage Slayer, doesn't it actually enable before the spell goes off, so they could technically lose concentration on their spell due to the
That's
damage
not a
you do.
thing that exists. I made that up. I said that should exist. But you, yeah,
Maybe
that
that's
should
just
be
the
a
way
thing
they
that Mage
run
Fighter
it
gives
in
you.
Critical Role, because I know they do that rule.
So if
Well,
you hit
I will read
somebody
one
on
more of
their
these before I
turn
put
with
them
a
away.
reaction, so like if somebody's casting a
Mhm.
spell and then they cause a reaction from you for some other reason, they do still have to roll a con save on whatever they're concentrating on. What I'm saying is that this should be a counter spell in which you punch them in the throat, but also if they're taking damage, depending on how you, the DM, decide to rule it, if punching them in the throat is actually causing them damage or it's just interrupting them, if it causes them damage, then they would have to roll a con save. If they're holding any concentration.
I'm going to read one more of these before I put them away. The only risk you pose is if I injure myself rolling my eyes too hard.
Okay, Sapphire makes a Sapphire makes a good point and says Chesh managed to make someone run away and cry with her words. Bard. You can do that with intimidation as a barbarian. Charisma is not bards only.
I will say Chesh is absolutely a lore bard, because when you get her on lore, she will not shut the fuck up.
I know a lot of arbitrary facts about random shit that doesn't matter, so maybe.
It is canon that in the Discord a few times now she has gone on about D&D lore for a full hour without being interrupted.
It won't even just be
Well, that's
D&D
fine.
either. Like, it's other shit. Like, what was it the other day when I was live with Planar Walk and FTFE and Dapper, and they were like, we brought our resident Steve expert. I'm like, fuck my life. I know all the Steve lore. Shit.
Yeah, what was the term used?
I don't know, Macraeologist? I don't know.
Mhm.
It was along
That-
those
that's
lines,
actually-
but I believe it was using the name Steve, not McRae.
Yeah, it was shit.
I love, Dapper's little,
Steveologist or
like,
something. I don't know.
It was bad.
his Matt with Maddie, his Kent with
Yeah, yeah.
Bent, his Tuesday. That's why I could never be on any of Dapper's shows like that, because my name is Steve.
It means that you would have to do a show with
I
Dapper
would have
about
to do the
Steve, and you'd have to
Steves,
go back and watch the
and-
old Non Sequitur Show episodes and pick them apart.
None of the ex Steves are anybody I want to cover anything on.
I was gonna
No,
say, you want to do
except
that with
maybe-
me? I'd do it with you.
I mean, I would, but I mean, it's
We
just
can
like,
drink.
it's-
We'll have a good time.
Can we cover him with 6 feet of dirt?
Oh, yes. Yeah, Titans in the chat. Actually, they're the Steve expert. Okay, you can have that title. It's yours. I don't want it. I didn't want it in the first place. Take it, please. I implore you. It feels cursed to me. Also, yeah, I'm not against being a bard. I know I'm being a little bit argumentative, but that's mostly for the sake of having fun. Bard probably suits me pretty well. I might be multi-classed though.
You are 100% a lore bard.
So, favorite non-Dungeons and Dragons system?
Is Gamma
favorite-
World? That's still That's still the D20 system. So
Are you
I don't know if
essentially
that
saying
counts.
favorite TTRPG rule set that isn't Dungeons and Dragons?
That isn't Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't know that many. I'm building one currently.
I really
I have
did
no
have a
idea either.
lot of fun playing.
I am
Phantasy Star.
torn. I am torn because I want to just say Alien, which is
Oh, yeah.
the Year
Alien
Zero
one's good.
system. But I also really like Dread.
I haven't tried Dread.
Dread is, oh
What
god, Dread
was-
is so good.
Is it called Paranoia? Is that the one that's the psychological horror one?
Yes.
That
Which,
one's
I mean,
got some
technically so is
really
Dread, but-
interesting rules in it.
Oh, Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy. That's a good one.
Does Warhammer 40k use a different system though?
D100.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
it uses a D100.
Yeah. I really liked
and
Gamma
there's-
World only because I really, really enjoyed the character creation, which is you just roll your fucking dice and you get what you get, and everything is wacky as shit. There's nothing I want more than to get Swarm and Yeti so I can be a swarm of Yetis. That's all I want in my life.
You can do that in Dragonbane. You can make your character entirely from dice rolls.
I
You can do your
love
class, your
making
race.
characters with nothing but just rolling dice. I made people roll dice, so a long, long time ago, if anybody's in my Discord and it has access to the D&D stuff, if you go to character creation and you go to the pinned messages, one of the first messages is from somebody who's no longer in that Discord, but he rolled the dice and he was like, I hate dice rolling, because he's so pissy, and this guy likes to min-max, so he's like a little bit of a bitch. But but if you go down there and you look at it, I'll read it out for you, because like he's like, this is why I don't like it. And it's because he rolled, where is it? Character creation. Alright, pinned messages. Right at the top. He rolled his stats, and he rolled in order 11, 12, 8, 10, 10, 11.
No one
And he's
wants to
like-
play that, let's be honest.
Okay,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. He was like, fuck it, right? He wrote a note underneath it. It says, fuck it, I'll probably barely ever get to play this game anyway. Quote, Harold always dreamed of a life of adventure. Unfortunately, he washed out of the military due to his lack of physical ability. Next, he tried to learn the ways of magic, except he wasn't exceptionally smart, so he struggled with keeping up on all the rules and study. So he was eventually forced to give up and follow in his father's footsteps as a merchant. When word came of the New World, Harold was with more than half of his life behind him and disenfranchised with his lot in life, sold his shop and set out to chase his dreams. He hoped to write a book about his journey and one day return home to inspire others to follow their hearts. Harold, human bard, strength 9, dex 12, con 12, whiz 11, int 11, charisma 13. Might change the class or stat placement, as most classes are terrible drag on party resources with these shitty stats. I'm like, this is the funniest shit I've ever heard. Please play this, man.
If you play a game in Dragonbane, merchant is a class.
I think merchant should just be a job in D&D as well.
It's
if you
well
wanna
in
just do
in
that.
in Dragonbane, your class is your job. You don't actually get like a class. You get a job.
Right.
It's a way like more loose open system. Merchant, however, has a couple abilities that are absolutely like GM breaking. They have an ability where they can basically, when they reach a crossroads, they have one for danger and they have one for gold. And they'd be like, hey, GM, which way is the danger? And you have to tell them, and you can't lie. Or like, hey, GM, which way is the gold? And you have to tell them, you're not allowed to lie.
This is the thing. Your stats are only there to give you an idea about who your character is and what they do. Just because your stats are not good doesn't mean your character isn't fun or your character isn't interesting. You might not be very good at like encounters, whether it's combat or social encounters, but that does not make it not fun, nor does it make it not interesting. And if it's really a game where you need help with your stats, the DM will or should give you the resources to increase those numbers to make it so that way it's still fun. This guy would not have had fun playing that character, though.
Yeah. When I was one of the GMs at the store, I went through a whole like phase where like whenever I had to make a character, because I like oh, I don't have a table tonight, I'm gonna sit at someone else's table. I made the most non-standard, non-cliche, weird-ass characters I could, just to show everybody that you could. So I had a warlock that didn't have Eldritch Blast. I had the non-horny bard. I had the horny paladin. I had the atheist paladin. But my first one, I had a kobold cleric who doesn't like her god. And I put her 8 in strength, and at the time kobold's got a -2 strength, so strength being the cleric's primary hit thing stats, I get a -2.
That's so much fun. I've been doing this,
My main attack's damage was 1d6
-2.
I could roll -1 damage.
That's wonderful. Did the DM make that heal the opposing?
So I had one.
Because you're a
GM that
cleric,
made
it would
heal.
work.
Yep. I had one GM that made it heal, and then one asked me what I would do, and I said, well, since I'm swinging and I did negative damage, I would assume that it hit me. I would assume that I hurt myself.
Okay, yeah. You hurt yourself in confusion. You swung too hard, you threw your shoulder out. Yeah.
You know, like if you hit someone with a pipe and it vibrates in your hands, like,
Yeah.
You know, I
like
hurt
that.
myself.
I'm a fan.
So I had one GM to handle it that way, and one like, oh, cool, you healed the monster for one. Yay!
That's
I'm
fun. I
useful.
like that kind of stuff. I like imposing difficulties or like negatives to characters that I create. Sometimes when it's something that makes sense in like either their build or their storyline or whatever. Famously, I have a Warforged. Healing magic should not work on a fucking Warforged. Almost all of the spells say it does not work on most necrotic magic does not work on constructs or undead, except for like a handful of them. And most of the healing spells specify that it does not work on constructs or undead. My Warforged should not be able to be healed by healing magic. It doesn't make any fucking sense. But you know what might heal a Warforged? If you're going with like the original lore, maybe heat metal, maybe a druid spell might be able to heal a Warforged if they've got like druid nonsense, like wood. They're made of wood and stone. Like maybe those kind, like be creative with your spells.
You could
That maybe
finally
some
make
of those
the mending cantrip useful.
make the mending cantrip useful. It acts as like a lay on hands. There's also like things like that. In 4th edition, there was this ritual called Make Whole, which was busted, by the way. Absolutely busted ass spell that was ritually cast, and as long as you had enough money and or resources, you could basically just repair fucking anything in a matter of minutes. And I'm like, I feel like that's how you heal a Warforged. You just stand in the middle of the circle. Brah, there you go. Off you go. Bye.
What is this? What is this 4th edition you speak of? The editions go 2, 3.5, 5.
There were things in 4th edition I actually really liked. Minions
I still have
were really
a whole
good.
bunch of 2nd edition stuff.
I was reading through a PDF of the player's handbook for 4th edition. Because I was looking at stuff for my cleric. And I was reading this through and I was just like, oh, look, there's a buff for if you're a cleric of Paylor. Oh, here's a buff for Coralon. Oh, here's a buff for the Raven Queen. Oh, here's a buff for Ioun. And it's like all of these fucking buffs for all these gods. And I'm like, not a single one. I'm like, where's Asmodeus? Where's my boy? And it's like, there's not one buff. And I'm like, is that just because Asmodeus is being a dick? Is it because Asmodeus isn't technically a god? Is it because Asmodeus is just a dick?
Yes,
I think it's because Asmodeus is a dick.
No, I like non-standard characters. I like fun characters. I mean, you've got to be able to play the game and contribute to the party. But if you're just playing like the regular old cookie cutter, like, oh look, it's the edgy dark rogue with a horrible backstory. I've never had this character in my party before 50 times.
Yeah, it's something I don't like about D&D that I'm trying to address in my own system I'm building is that it does somewhat pigeonhole, particularly combat classes, down the strength or dexterity route. If you want to attack with charisma, you need to either have an incredibly rare and very specific weapon that you attune to, or you need to be a Hexblade Warlock. That's your only option if you want to use charisma as an attack.
If you want it for martial stuff.
Which is why I'm trying to do my system in a much more broad sense, and it's feat-based, not class-based. So
it's like a brand.
That's
spec
very
your
much
character however the hell you want to do it.
That's Dragonbane. That's very much how Dragonbane works.
Yeah, I took inspiration from Path of Exile and their fucking massive sprawling skill tree.
I love that skill tree. God, I love that skill tree. You open it up for the first time, like, oh, this isn't that bad, and then you scroll out and you're like, oh.
It's Yggdrasil, the skill tree.
And then you keep scrolling, and it just keeps going.
Yeah, mine is not nearly as expansive because a player's handbook for the game would be ridiculous in size just for that alone. But I'm doing sort of like a Venn diagram of rings where you've got overlapping things between like sorcery, light and dark are on opposite sides of the Venn diagram, and like you've got all these things you can spec into, and everything is like stat dependent, but the stats themselves don't actually do anything. Everything you gain, like HP wise, attack and damage wise, is all feat based.
There are two.
So the stats are just prerequisites to like attain the feats.
There's two things that D&D does really badly, and it is the skill list. The skill list relying, like, having almost nothing to do with strength, and absolutely zero to do with con. Having athletics squished into one thing, although convenient, really sort of fucks you in the long run. And the other one is that the classes are there as a guideline for what you do, not your job in the game. And that's not very clear in the books, and it makes sense why it's not clear in the books, because that would be hard to get across. But when you're playing the game, a rogue is not someone who steals shit. It's just you're not necessarily super sneaky. You're not necessarily, like, what your job is in the game as a character it should not be pigeonholed by the title that it's given in the book. So when I'm DMing, I try to avoid those names, or, which is my other favorite thing to do, is to take those names and subvert them. So it's like, oh no, there's a job. You can be a rogue. Like, that could be a job title, but what is the job that you're doing? And is everybody who is a rogue actually a player's handbook rogue?
This guy's a rogue. Why is he a big muscly guy with brass knuckles? Why is he running right at me? Why is he screaming really angry?
So something I've done with my stats in my system is that I've kind of flipped the impetus for the governing stat versus the secondary stat. So I have body, mind, and spirit as governing stats. However, those are not the things you increase. Under body, you've got strength / power. I haven't decided what to call it yet. And you've got resilience. When you pick up, like, when every 3 points you put into a secondary stat under the governing stat, your governing stat gains 1 point. So if you put 3 into power, you get 1 body.
Right.
And because of the way I've done my stat prerequisites on feats, they have 2 prerequisites that you can get either or for. So it'll say like +2 body required or +6 in whatever substat it needs.
Having some stats help, like, bring up other stats together is not a bad idea. Because, like, sometimes you get pigeonholed based on your, like, how well did you roll for your HP stat? It's like, oh, did you get fucked? When I'm playing, I don't let ones go by. If you get a 1 for your con, just for your HP gain, just roll the dice again. Because getting 1 HP is ass.
When we did Dragonbane on my server, I had everybody roll their stats. And Dragonbane, by default, you 6 stats, same 6 stats as D&D. They're called a little bit different, but same thing. You roll your 4d6, drop the lowest. The difference with Dragonbane is assign that. You don't get to roll again until you've assigned it.
Oh.
So you don't get to roll 6 pick where they go. You have to gamble as you're doing it. There is a different version of it where the entire table rolls their 6 and then takes from the pool. So you can
that's dirty.
You're our frontline guy. Have all the high numbers. You're gonna be our little pack mule. That's your okay. Cool. Here's your. So there's that. But the one I was gonna say is you should look at year 0 specifically, like Alien, or Mutant Year 0, obviously, Vossen. They have 4 cardinal stats. So you have your 4 main stats, and then each of those has 3 substats. And to figure out your dice roll, you're like, oh, I need you to make a ranged combat. So you go, okay, so I'm going to take my ranged combat. That's an agility. So I'm going to take those two numbers and I'm going to add them together, and that's the number of dice I roll. So you build your pool off of those numbers. Once you've set your 4 main stats, nothing changes them. They're set in stone. They are what they are. You can do feats and stuff to change your other stats. You can do all sorts of things, but you can never change those core stats.
You two need to get in like chat together. Like you guys need to chat. There's one thing that so monks need a little bit of love in
monks need a lot of love.
They need a little bit of love. But there's one thing about monks that I absolutely adore. They're the only ones with no spell slots. I think except for barbarians, I think barbarians also don't get spell slots, regardless of whatever barbarian they are. So those are the only two that get no spell slots. But monks can also do the equivalent of casting spells, but have no spell slots. I'm like, they're not using magic, as far as I'm concerned. There's zero magic happening.
Wifey's last campaign that I was in, I was a Way of Mercy monk, the little healy. I can punch and heal you.
Yeah.
I played a maxi with the new rules, so I can choose to be like small. So I played a 3-foot tall, fat, hairless Sphinx cat Tabaxi monk. He ran away from home to join the circus. He ran away from home to join the circus, so he was a tumbler in the circus. And he's wearing this little mask. He has these great big thick glasses, and then we ended up like he only wore pants. He only wore like gi pants. So partway through it, we killed like some giant, and we ended up like we're gonna make leather out of his ball sack and make a new gi for Thimble. Like, cool! I wear ball sack pants now.
So you're a walking ball sack wearing ball sack pants.
We found me a big mushroom to wear as my hat, so I had a big mushroom hat. And one of the jokes was though, because we all kept dividing party funds up evenly, as you do. I'm a monk.
What are you gonna spend it on? Bracers.
So we found that there's a spot. You find this little. It's a little treasure chest. It's little, and you say the magic word, and it becomes a full-size chest. You say the magic word, it becomes a little chest.
Oh.
It's essentially an inconvenient bag of holding. I had that thing stuffed full of gold and jewels and loot, and
so much
the party
shit.
Be like, oh, can we afford this? I'm like, oh man, that sucks. Here's my 3 gold worth. Because to that character, the most valuable thing he stuffs in there is every tasty snack he could find. So I had like roasted spiders that we had found at one spot. I'm like, oh, cool, I got roasted spiders. I've got all these other things that I've stuffed in this treasure chest. And in his mind, those are the valuable things. The golden jewels, nobody wants those.
It's wonderful.
It's gross.
But the reason I'm saying that monks need love, there's something that monks can do that I think needs to be adopted into just something that monks can do, but all the monks should get it. And just expand it a little bit. So monks can do this thing where they can catch an arrow and use a key point to like shoot it back if they want. Right? They can catch a something that is flying. Like it still has to be within reason, so it can't be anything. But like think Poe from Kung Fu Panda 2 when he's like, "This is a cannonball!" Whack! But you can use a key point to do that, but you have to roll high enough to be able to throw it back. Is basically how it works. Also, the drunken monk can redirect an attack coming at them to hit somebody within 5 feet of them. So you can basically,
have I told you my drunken master monk's backstory?
Go, wow. No, but wait 1 second. Let me finish, and then you go. And well, Lev, say hi, and then you go. All right. So
hi, Lev.
Swings. You can redirect the attack. I think that the attack shouldn't have to be directed at the monk. So I think that if you're within 5 feet of somebody being attacked, you can use your reaction to redirect that attack. Or if you're within the line of an arrow, whether or not it's aimed at you, you should be able to grab it out of the air. And I think that would do a lot because monks are not supposed to be damage doing. Monks are about controlling the battlefield and about moving things around. So being a monk, being able to move to be adjacent to one person, but then also still be in between the archer who's trying to shoot your cleric is still like a place you should be allowed to be. And I also don't think you should have to throw back at the person who fired. You should be able to redirect that in any direction you want. That's just, I think that would do a lot for monks without really doing anything to change. Like, the cost would still, it would still cost you a key point to do. It would also still cost your reaction to do it. It would still, like, it feels like it would still be balanced, but give monks a little bit of a on the head. All right, say hi, Lev, and then Zero on, tell your story.
I just did.
Do it again!
Well, I will. How about that? Hi, Lev. Yeah.
Hi,
Thank
Lev.
you.
Showed you. Hello.
So Wifey and I, we played in Adventures League for a while. She played a druid, a little wild shaped turned into a bear, and I played a drunken master monk, Otter. His name was Otter Reich. And his backstory, he was supposed to be like out of reach, but kind of goofy, weird. He spoke with a heavy accent. So when he was a kid, he was a wealthy merchant's child, a trade prince. Family so wealthy that they get like nobility royalty status. They did textiles and things like that. And he had the jeweler's daughter that he was eyeing and he was courting, but he had a romantic rival. And the rival realized that there was no way he was going to win. So he set up a trap to kill Otter. The romantic interest found out and ran to save him. Ended up in the trap and died. Well, the rival says, well, it's me and my buddies here. It's our word versus yours. We're pinning this on you. So Otter at the time is like 15. So he does what every 15-year-old boy would do in this situation. He pisses himself and runs away. He finds himself, he's only got the little bit of money that he had, that was only like 300 gold, like just pocket change. And it carried him a ways, but he eventually ran out of money and he found himself at this monastery where there was only a single mute monk. And he lived there and he trained under the monk for 30 years, learning this way with this monk that does not even speak. After that monk passes away, he goes back into town, nothing else he can do here, runs into one of his old friends from growing up. They don't recognize him. He kind of twists the conversation around and he finds out that, yeah, that other guy's dumb. The guards had no issues finding out what was happening. They hung him the next day. Otter was free the entire time. He spent 30 years living under a mute monk.
Oh, no!
So now he's actually an alcoholic, and that's why he's the drunken master monk.
That's great. I love that. There's something in there's a couple things in 4th edition that I really liked, and I like adopting into 5th edition. One of them...
I love stealing from other systems.
Yeah, same with like the Star Trek. If I do end up running a TTRPG if I do end up running one on Dapper's channel, it will be like a mixed bag. So it'll, like, the lore is not gonna be, it'll be tied to like 5th edition lore, but it's not gonna be like that specific. So it'll be a little bit different, but I want my players to rely on their pre-existing knowledge. So, like, a dragon is a dragon, and you know what a dragon is. Your character might not know what a dragon is, but you know what a dragon is, right? But, or like a lich, you know what a lich is. I don't need to tell you what a lich is. Your character might not know what a lich is, but you know what a lich is. But I also want to steal from Star Trek. What's a lich? I want to steal from Star Trek because I really like the focuses. And so I want to take people's ideals and personality and use those for focuses. So basically pick 3, because there's like a background, an ideal, and a personality on your character sheet. So it's like you get 3 focuses. What is it that your character is good at, regardless of your stats? And it's just going to give you advantage on anything you can convince me applies.
You just described fate.
Yeah. I also really like the minions from 4th edition. Minions were underrated as shit. Because, so anybody doesn't know what a minion in 4th edition is, a minion is a monster with all of its stats, except it has 1 hit point. So you can have, like, 20 Tarrasques, And all of the Tarrasques have all of the stats of all of the regular Tarrasque stats, so they're hard to hit, but when you hit them, they go down because they have 1 hit point.
So
it's,
that's basically like, what if a greater illusion could kill you?
I used to let players kill more than 1 minion at a time if they crit. So it's like, you swung your broadsword widely, and you crit, well, you killed 3 goblins. Congratulations, because they all had 1 hit point. So, fuck them.
It's actually kind of how holograms in the expanded, like, non-canon Doom universe worked, is like, they were hyper fragile, they were very easily destroyed, but they could actually kill you.
Not enough peasant cannons.
So I did like in the Fantasy Star game that you played in Chesh, I did like their fate system they added to that. I did like that extra dice pool.
That was nice.
When I said fate earlier, I meant the actual system fate, which is it's fun because you can actually start with a completely blank character sheet.
That is fun.
You can fill it out as you play.
That's kind of what Jordan does when we're Jordan's like, I need to be good at this one thing right now because we don't have anybody good at that one thing, so I'm gonna call it past life.
I was actually
a long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
When I was captain, okay.
when I actually served on this council 600 years ago,
I actually really liked Jordan playing Captain Hawk. I thought he was great. I thought he was fantastic because he knows the lore way better than I do. So he's like way better than me. But I wrote in my character the way I wrote the characters to make her capricious on purpose because I'm like, I'm not gonna know shit. So I'm gonna say something and it's gonna be totally wrong and I'm gonna change my mind instantly.
Look, the captain's primary skill is delegation.
Exactly. I'm not here to do things. I'm here to make decisions.
You think I'm going to do the thing? You think I'm going to push that button right there on my console? No. I have an ensign that does that for me. Ensign, push the button.
Yep. I can't believe Dapper's let me use that delegation skill. That's correct. So stupid. I don't know. I love
Dapper's games. They're good.
There was a the other thing that I like that's in 4th edition that didn't make its way into 5th edition, and I don't know if that's like a matter of time thing or like a matter of scale thing. In 4th edition, you went to level 30. In 5th edition, you only go to level 20. And in 4th edition, there were these things called Paragon Paths that you got at level 11, and then you got Epic Destinies eventually, which basically turned you into a demigod. And you basically couldn't be killed. Or you would die and you would come back 24 hours later.
So there is Lineage 2 is an old MMO that I actually like playing, and it has a class system that I really, really, really like and would love to see implemented into a tabletop game. When you start, you pick your race, and then you pick, are you a fighter or a caster? That's it. Okay. Has 31 classes in the game, but that's your choice. Are you a fighter or are you a caster? Unless you play a dwarf, because dwarves don't have casters. They only have fighters. And then when you reach a certain level, you specialize. So, from levels 1 to 20, your fighter can use a dagger or a sword or a bow or a shield or anything. But once you get to 20, you got to specialize a little bit. Are you going to use the dagger or are you going to use the sword? Or you're going to pick one. Then when you get to 40, you're going to specialize again. What branch of that are you going? So it kind of like as you go, you start the little baby and you work your way up. So one of my main characters I liked was a Death Knight. So I was a big paladin character, sword and shield. I actually used a mace, but a big, one-handed shield. And I had a big evil armored Black Panther that fought alongside me, and I was the go up front and take and hit damage. So you start out a fighter, then you become the knight where you're going to, have the sword and shield focus, and then you get your panther and all your dark knight abilities later on.
Yep.
So I really liked that system. The part of it that sucked in that game, though, was you had to do a quest to change it, and everybody had to do like one of the same quests plus ones for your like specific things. So healers had to do a combat quest by themselves solo. Yeah, you know what healers couldn't do at level 40? Kill anything.
Oh, sounds a little bit. Sounds like you get pigeonholed as you go.
Yeah, well, but that's the whole thing is you get pigeonholed as you go, but you're choosing where to get pigeonholed.
Right.
So it
You
kind
at
of
least
made it
get
like,
to pick where your hole is. I get you're gonna get
yeah.
fucked, but you get to
Well,
pick
it's
the
like
hole.
it's like okay, so I start a human and I start a
Still
caster
invested
and
again.
I'm enjoying it.
Right?
I think, you know what? I like this castery thing. I'm gonna go summoner. You know, or I'm gonna go.
Right.
I'm gonna focus on this. You kind of narrow it down. The human summoner is a warlock. They summon kitty cats.
That's fun.
They summon
Is
adorable
one of
kitty
them
cats.
is one of them a monk that's wearing a ball sack?
No, but there's a similar one. Where is Kai the cat?
By the way, we have to decide if Lev was a D&D class, what would he be?
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So
Do
while
I get
Zeralon is thinking
to-
about it. Yeah, think about it.
I've been asked this before, and I always think I'm either going to be the most generic sword and board guy with a really interesting backstory, or I'm going to be something completely out there, completely like off the charts. But I'm not creative enough to think that outside of the box, so that's when other people can come in and kind of guide me to that destination. No, look, all this Chesh knows this all too well. I do love my my gaming role play games, but my actual like tabletop shit. I played one game. I was in on one game of D&D with some friends, and that's it my entire life.
Yeah.
I'm okay with changing that in the right circumstances, but this is all like high tier level lore shit you're all talking about, the deepest of the weeds. So I'm just here like, I'm just awake.
Yeah, we're talking about the crunchiness of rules right now, which is a little bit in the sauce.
It's a bit above my kind, you know, like
a little bit in the sauce,
my
yeah.
tier level.
Well, we love the crunch.
I think that if you wanted to make a really good system, making all of the combat rollies would be fantastic. So all combat is opposed rolls, and those rolls get bonuses or debuffs based on situation. So like, oh, you have expertise, oh, you have armor, oh, you have blah.
That's
yeah.
kind of what I'm doing.
A pillion.
Yeah, rollies.
What I'm
I just
doing,
I want my TTRPG to let me roll more dice.
I'm kind of doing.
Go for it.
I was just gonna say, like, instead of doing like roll to attack, what mine is kind of doing is your attack stat goes onto your D20, but it's not to like hit or miss. It's how much of their AC are you ignoring to do damage.
It also, like, you kind of have to fundamentally understand how your TTRPG is looking at armor class. Is armor class your armor? Is HP how much blood you have in your body? Or is it how much, like, is it more of an endurance question? Is it, like, it depends on what you're doing,
right? For me, I've been intrigued by the idea that, like, or more frustrated with the idea that D&D kind of treats, like, an attack roll is like a hit or miss situation, whereas I'm like, well, even if you were to hit right, sometimes you're only going to get a glancing blow because you hit the wrong point in the armor and it like chinks off the most of the blow. So what I've essentially come up with is like, you roll your d20, and what your d20 does is like, how much of their AC are you ignoring based off of that roll plus your attack score? So like, if their AC is if their AC is 16 and you roll a 12 plus 2, well, now you're doing very little damage.
Yeah, you can also
all
use
of your dice.
You could use,
because all of your dice are getting -2 to their roll.
Yeah, you could use AC as, like, you rolled a hit and then you roll your damage, or you just roll damage on your attack and then you use that as a negative towards their AC.
Yeah. Do you know how, Chesh, do you know how AC works in Dragonbane?
No.
you don't have it.
Ah,
It's not a stat. It doesn't exist. When you roll, all you're looking is it's a roll under. You want to roll lower than your skill. So if I make an attack and I attack with a bow, I roll against my bow skill, and if I roll less than that, I hit them.
Yeah.
I then roll my damage, and their armor is how much of that they mitigate.
yeah, so you're trying to roll low with high stats.
Yeah.
That's
So
kinda like
you're trying to. Yeah. So you're just trying to you get your mitigation, but you can also break things. So you can end up with your armor broken, or you can parry and break a weapon.
I do
it's
wish
fun.
that 5th edition did more with alchemy, and I do wish that 5th edition did more with piercing, slashing.
I wish they did more with that. Yeah, I do wish they did more with that.
Damage types, basically.
There's a whole bunch of fun systems other than D&D that people just don't play. I like Apillion. You play as baby dragons. Has really fun art. I've never played with an artist that didn't like Apillion because the art is adorable. Every creature is some like chimerical hybrid of things that actually exist in Earth, and something that isn't that. Like, oh look, this is a wolf with the head of a rooster and the feet from a horse. That's normal. This is a wolf. Oh God, scary monster! What is that?
I think Lev is a barbarian who's found inner peace.
Ooh, that's very high.
He's a monk, a barbarian monk.
I love.
Yeah, he's a barbarian who is now. He's a barbarian up to like level 5, and then has leveled into monk after that.
I'm the meme of finding the book on the ground, and then I go from like a Stacy to a trad wife, but I'm just like this barbarian, and then I just become like, I don't know.
You've become enlightened, and you've learned to control your rage.
What's that like nature-based barbarian that like gets to speak with animals and stuff like that? Which one's that again?
Oh, boy,
it's in BG3. I can't remember what it is though.
I like the
subclasses. You're thinking of Res is all about the subclasses. That's what's happening right now.
I like the meme that like, why does a barbarian have to be tied to rage? Why can't it be some other emotion?
Because it's called rage.
If you're playing, if you're playing like a 40k or a fantasy Warhammer Fantasy tabletop, then it could be tied to all the other chaos gods. For example, Lust for Slanesh. A Lust barbarian. That's sick.
You could tie it to something else.
That's
Hash's had the Beast barbarian. Is that the one you're thinking of?
That sounds
that might
right.
Be it.
Let me just double check it, because there's the Ancestral Guardian, the Battle Ranger, the Beast, the Berserker, the Giant, the Storm Herald, the Totem Warrior, the Wild Magic, and the Zealot. So I think it's the Beast one, because... Oh my god, the origins number, so you can roll on a table to get like what are your origins for the Path of the Beast. And if you roll a 1d4 and you get a 1, it's one of your parents is a lycanthrope. You inherited some of the curse.
I don't know if it's actually in I don't know if it's actually in D&D 5e, but the BG3 subclass is Wild Heart.
Infectious Fury. At 10th level, when you hit a creature with your natural weapons while you are raging, the beast within you can curse the target with rabid fury. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, which is DC equal to 8 plus your con modifier plus your proficiency bonus, or suffer the following effects. The target must use its reaction to make a melee attack against another creature of your choice that can see, or the target takes 2d12 psychic damage.
My wifey has chimed in from the other room via Discord. She says bards are just horny barbarians.
I can definitely see that. Although I suppose that would make me a skald then, wouldn't it? If you're going to go barbarian. But I got a DM too from a Raisin Girl who's been lurking, and she sent me a link on the Woods Warden, also known as Barbarian. For 5th edition, apparently. A lot of it is gibberish, so I will just link the article.
Yeah, if you link it yourselves. I'll take a look, because that sounds homebrewy to me, which is not bad. That is okay.
Barbarian Path of the Woodwarden, path of the barbarian that wields primal powers of trees and jungle of the world. They grant you the power of resistance and regrowth, empower you to fight against the evils of the world as the steward and warden of the woods. Okay. Ooh,
Yeah, that's
I
a
like the
homebrew.
artwork.
Yeah, that's a homebrew class, which is not a bad thing. I'm totally
homebrew
homebrews
stuff.
are fun.
Well, I love some homebrew stuff. Some of it's just stupid.
Some of
it's
it's
just
really
broken.
dumb, but sometimes it's dumb for the sake of being dumb or dumb for the sake of being fun. Right? So some people are like really bad at writing homebrew stuff where there's like no balance to it whatsoever, and it's like, this is my original character, please do not steal. You know what I mean? There's lots of that.
I do have that story of I remember someone saying that there was this I think it was a homebrew rule, and it was set up for that character,
Right.
that whenever somebody had that character, they were forced to, under any circumstances, whenever they were in a tavern or some sort of meeting area, to just like magnetically go towards the dark corner and brood, and they weren't allowed to interact. If you're gonna make that character, you're gonna commit to the fucking bit, whether you like it or not.
All I'm saying is that you do not have to play a rogue to be the dark, broody guy in the corner.
Oh God, no.
In fact, one of the most classic dark, broody guy in the corner in media is Aragorn, who is not a rogue. He's a ranger fighter.
Yeah.
So the one so I ran the new player table at the store, and then we had another DM that ran the kids table, and we had one kid the entire time I was there. We had one kid turn 18 and go from her table to mine. One. He quit the day he got to my table.
What did you do to him?
So he plays this like
You're a
emo
bully.
No, he plays this like emo wizard, and it's like, okay, we hit con. He's like, I carved my symbol of this. I carved my symbol of this. I carved my symbol of this. I mess with the cards. I carved my.
He's just doing graffiti. He's just tagging places.
Just tagging everything. I'm like, okay. Then we get into combat. It's like, okay, it gets to his turn. I'm like, remember, your combat turn is 6 seconds. I look at my, and I flip my head.
How old?
And I hold my 3 fingers out, and 3 spectral daggers appear, and they're spinning. And I flip them at it. One at a. I'm like, yeah. You don't get to flavor your magic missile like that. That took more than 6 seconds. So about your second, it's now their turn, and they hit you.
I kind of low-key like the idea of flavoring your magic missile, though.
Well, and
when you're not being an annoying piece of shit at the table.
Well, so here's the thing.
Earn it. Earn that.
I'm like,
yeah.
Like, and I think he missed it because I'm like, you don't get to flavor it that way. Well, one of my other players that was there that tried to help out, so she flavored her magic missile. I'm going to fire my magic missile at these 3, and it looks like little arrows with hearts for the arrowheads. Cool, great, done.
Right. It doesn't. You're not making the rest of the table wait for you. Yeah. If he had just said, "Oh, I'm gonna flip my hair and I'm gonna summon my magic missile and I'm gonna hold my 3 fingers up and it's gonna be daggers and I throw my daggers," you would have been fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Playlist of epic music he turns on his phone. Just
but he was, he was the older kid at the kids' table, so he's used to being like the center of attention, and now he's at my table, which is all like 30-somethings that, yeah, shut up, kid. We don't.
There should be an interim table where, like, maybe there's like a bunch of teenagers and maybe one 20-year-old who can wrangle them in.
We didn't have enough at the time. We basically had kids and 30-somethings.
Right.
Oh, that is a big jump. That is a big.
Well, it was like, and we kept trying to tell the kids table DM, which, by the way, if I tell horror stories, it's likely about her. Just a lot of my horror stories involve her. But we kept trying to tell her, like, hey, we get that you're trying to bolster their creativity, but one, they need to learn how to play the game if they're going to play the game. 2, I have the walk-in adults table where I don't limit language or content, and I hear more cussing coming from your room. Please wrangle your kids in.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like reading Fourth Wing. If you hadn't read that book last year.
I haven't read the third one yet.
I only read the first one, and it is so infantile. Oh my god!
I love the lore and the setting and I'm loving it. The actual story is like.
But then when they talk,
the dialogue,
Jesus, it's just swearing like a 17-year-old wrote it. It's just non-stop. Like, I get it. I was a teenager, and I swear like a chimney. I'm terrified when I have to do a stream with Dapper next month.
I never
like-
swore as a teenager.
Look,
I almost didn't start
okay,
swearing
okay.
until I was 20.
I don't believe you.
Who swears? Sailors, mechanics, truckers.
You want to know why I started swearing so much when I was 20? I started working in a factory.
So
I didn't
Nice.
know I was a
those are your
mechanic.
three.
You learned some
Those are your
shit.
three. Those are your three groups, right?
Yeah.
I'm a trucker. I was in the Navy, where I was a mechanic.
Hey!
I've been saying
Winner,
Bollocks
winner,
since the
chicken
age
dinner.
of 10.
Yeah, but you're
with that
Australian.
accent, you get a pass. Yeah, it doesn't.
You're
culturally, it doesn't
cheating.
affect you. Yeah, we have a word here in Ireland we can use, but I'm not going to say it on stream. It starts with the N, but it's not the N word, and it is a slur, and we use it for anything and everything. It basically means like a tired horse. If you know it, you know it.
There
And
are
it is
some slurs
it's
that
a
I just
slur.
miss. They haven't
No,
been
you
replaced
need to
yet.
give
I
your
should know
content
this
company. You know you could say anything around me off stream, but then you couldn't say that shit here and now. And the same if you had Jeff Holiday on. You'd just be able to say whatever the fuck you want. I'd be able to say whatever the fuck
I
you want.
should
but
have sent
elsewhere,
Jeff a link for tonight.
You should. He'd have
Next
I
time.
actually haven't talked to him in years now, I think.
Yeah, last I heard from him, he was doing well, but he was also saying he was gonna stop paying taxes.
I remember that.
You know, that's a way to get free
Windows.
healthcare in the United States.
Windows pretty good.
Right? I turned my home game from a PG-13-ish game to an R-rated game because of the character that I brought. And
My games typically start at R. You know,
well, admittedly, all of the R-rated stuff is in the backstory stuff, so the DM can bring it in as they please, as opposed to me imposing it on the table.
I mean, straight up, I ran an X-rated game for a friend, but I mean, that was fun. That was actually probably one of the best campaigns I've ran. It was weird because it did the opposite. It did the opposite of what most games do, where they start like ramping up and up and up and up and up, and like all of the nudity and ludity, and this one was like it started at the top and like Dungeons and Dragons is better.
Yeah, I mean, I do like there was a book that came out for 3.5, 3 or 3.5, and it's basically what is it called? The Book of Erotic Fantasy, I think, which basically has all of the rules for casting Dungeons and Dragons styled magic and for all of like the breeding capabilities of the different races. And it's like, what is the likelihood that they're able to have a child, and then also what is the table for rolling their gender? Because like not every race has 50-50 odds of having gender specific.
Intriguing.
Yeah, so
my little homebrew
it's got some
setting that I'm
really
working on-
interesting stuff in it.
Yeah, my homebrew setting is the Lifted Tail, which is a brothel, and
Oh, yeah.
it's kind of like a Caesar's Palace Vegas casino type brothel. And the reason I made that is because whenever you're playing D&D and you get to a town, what is the first thing some dumbass wants to do? Where's the brothel?
Yeah.
Okay, I got one. And guess what? It's got lore and backstory and quests and all sorts of fun
There
things.
is an anime that Funimation picked up by accident called...
Oh, I think I know what you're gonna say.
What's it called? It's where they're a group of adventurers. The
And
guy
they have-
transmigrated or whatever, and they're a group of adventurers, and they're going to different brothels and then raiding the brothels.
Yes.
It's
I saw the one where they were with
it's
the
so
young
good.
succubus you couldn't control.
Oh,
themselves.
yeah.
They're just
It's
they're just
so
in a big glass thing.
good. It's such interspecies
Wait.
reviewers is what it's called.
Yeah.
I don't watch
Was
enough
this
anime. I should watch
2012?
more.
No, it's older or it's newer than 2012. It's like
Oh,
closer
okay.
to
Yeah, I should
2022.
absolutely watch more anime. I've actually been rewatching One Piece.
You gotta watch the whole series because it's like I hear it's like 3 months long if you're trying to watch.
It's
it
over
every day.
1,000 episodes, but I'm
Oh,
watching
yeah.
it on one. Okay, so here's a trick. Now this is not going to make it short. It's just going to make it shorter and more streamlined. Watch it at one pace. If you go to onepace.net, they've kind of
Yeah.
edited down and like a lot of you're like, why is this episode longer than this one? It's because this one had a whole bunch of fluff that they cut out. So
Yeah, so like One Piece has one of the lowest rates of filler, but there's stuff you can also skip without really missing any major character moments.
Well, and there's a lot of like flashbacky stuff that like, okay, we don't actually need to see this at all.
Well,
we've seen
the
this
first
before,
season
yeah.
just ended.
Yep.
I remember watching.
I recommend One Piece for sure.
Tsunami back in the day.
Yeah, One Piece is great.
It's
Four
just
Kids
a matter
suck.
of like it is a big
Four
dive.
Kids suck
If you're really interested
ass.
in a really good anime with really interesting character beats, that's a lot of fun, but doesn't ask as much of you as One Piece, watch Fairy Tail.
God, I knew it.
Fairy
I've
Tail.
heard good things about Fairy Tail.
Fairy Tail-
watch Fairy Tail.
Likes it.
Fairy Tail is
My
wonderful.
personal favorite is and always will be Cowboy Bebop.
Hell yes.
Cowboy Bebop is wonderful, yeah.
See you later,
And
cowboy.
that's one of those ones where like it doesn't matter if you watch it subbed or dubbed, they're both good.
You want an anime that's gonna fuck with
it's
your
Or
great.
Outlaw
brain?
Star as well. I'm a big fan
Oh
of
god, I love Outlaw Star.
It's
Outlaw
like
Star
fun-
needed more.
It's like even more fun, goofier Cowboy Bebop.
All right, I'm
It
gonna throw you
absolutely
guys a
is.
curveball. Do you guys like Bloodborne, the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the concepts around it and like what it's about? Watch Claymore.
I thought you were gonna say Vampire Hunter
Yep.
D.
No, watch Claymore.
I'll like Bloodborne when they finally port it to PC at 60 FPS.
That's fair and reasonable, and not a big ask. And I think you should receive what you're asking for.
My community is desperate for me to start this year doing the Soulborne games. I played a little bit of Bloodborne, and that was it. And I'm like, fine, I'll start with Demon Souls. Oh no, you can't on PC. What? No, you can't get on PC. I'm like, but I want to start from the beginning. No. But there's this remake of Dark Souls 1. Fine, how much is it? Oh, I'll do it next week. I'll do it.
It's PS5 exclusive, but the Blue Hole remake of Demon Souls is really good.
Yeah,
So
I would
Chesh
watch.
Chesh got
watch
to play
Claymore.
this one.
Yeah, it was fun. I had fun.
Chesh, this one you could absolutely reskin to Outlaw Star, like right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely could reskin
Easy.
to Outlaw Star.
Wouldn't even be hard.
This uses the Esper Genesis system, which is basically just 5e with mods. It adds some fun stuff. It adds in fate dice where you get a pool of d6s that you can use for advantage and stuff, and it's a really good system. And I am dying to do a one shot in it.
The 3 anime that you need to watch if you like space cowboy nonsense is Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop, and Trigun.
Good. I was worried you were going to
Yes.
say Trigun.
And the new
Wifey just
Trigun's not
sent me-
bad.
Never thought in space.
Oh, Wifey just sent me. She says
Lupin
they are
the
making
Third.
Cowboy Bebop, TTRPG.
Those
Link
are the
in
3
our
you have to
link
watch.
in my chat. Where's my
So
chat?
if you-
Where's that?
If you're not an anime person and you prefer like live action sci-fi and you liked Firefly, those are the anime you need to watch because they will be
Yeah.
exactly in line with exactly what you wanted and loved about Firefly.
I was actually talking about this with someone in your community who has a Twitch, Chesh, who has a Twitch stream, and they were playing Rebel Galaxy, like the sequel to Rebel Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
And I popped in and just, gave them support and whatever, because I played the first one back on the PlayStation 3, I think. And we were talking about all these games like that, or Elite Dangerous. X Beyond the Frontier, I think, needs more love because it's very, very nerdy. It's very German, but in a good way. It's not there's like as they pointed out, there's good German and there's bad German. This is good German. This is like a forklift simulator,
Yeah,
But in space.
if you go and watch the new Trigun, be aware that they are telling the story, but they're not using the same drops to be like the surprise. Right? So you know about Vash a little bit earlier in the series, and it's not the big reveal at the end isn't the same big reveal. So they give you a new big reveal to look forward to.
Well,
But also,
we find out about
Don't get freaked out by the anime style. It is like a more 3D styled anime with like 3D models as opposed to the 2D style.
Oh, is it like that Berserk series?
No, God, no. It is not like the Berserk series. They've done the 3D
We do not talk about
modeling.
2016.
Yeah, they did the 3D modeling in a way that
Rotating
actually fucking
faces.
functions. Okay, so if you see it and it throws you off because you're like, it's a little bit too 3D for me, don't panic. Give it a hot minute to get used to it, and it will not let you down. Like Ruby? I promise. It is better than Ruby.
Well, Overlord, it has 3D models. It's really not bad, but it is bad.
The Overlord uses the 3D models in a little bit of a better way than a lot of anime that's trying to mix 2D and 3D together. Some anime are more successful at doing that than others. Trigun is utilizing a lot of 3D models, but...
So I see.
So the best way to do it.
Clarifying question: is it Arcane with less budget? Is that essentially what it is?
No. I wouldn't. No, Arcane is too unique almost, and has a lot of painterly work.
I feel about this.
Well, you said mix of 2D and 3D, and I thought Arcane.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not that.
Do you want an anime? Do you want an anime with really, 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 really god awful mix of 2D and 3D? Do you want a train wreck anime of mixture of 2D and 3D that somebody should be executed for?
Absolutely not.
Monster Hunter Stories.
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
It is the most disgusting mix. It's like, oh look, anime, 2D, 2D, 2D. Here's the monster. That's just a 3D model from the game, superimposed on the hand-drawn frames. Why is this here?
You know what I'm imagining now? Birdemic.
Disgusting.
Yeah. No, it's hey, Chesh, you want to watch it with me and make fun of it the whole time?
No, I do not.
Well, I love the Monster Hunter series. There's two things from. I saw you at Monster Hunter Rise, Chesh. We gotta play. There are two things in the Monster Hunter series that I wish did not exist. One is the Monster Hunter Stories anime. I don't think I love the concept. I think they should have done better. And two is the actual Monster Hunter movie. Not Legends of the Guild. Legends of the Guild is worth watching. The other cursed one.
The other cursed one.
The cursed one, the Monster Hunter live action movie, which no.
Well, I'm looking at stills from this anime, and I'm getting strong Digimon vibes.
If you want to talk about an anime that has successfully merged 2D and 3D animation, there's a handful of frames in a couple of different Digimon that actually works out pretty well. You can do 3D animation, you just have to do it at the right time and where it makes sense to put it.
The short-lived anime.
I have one really big complaint about Digimon. Just one really big complaint about Digimon. I have other complaints, but they're not as big as this one. Where Greymon and Metal Greymon and Where Garurumon and Metal Garurumon need to be flipped. Metal Garurumon needs to be the ultimate form, not the mega form, and Where Garurumon needs to have more guns and needs to be the mega form. Yes. The fact that they fucked that up makes me so angry.
So, Lev, Monster Hunter Stories is the Pokemon creature collecting version of Monster Hunter. Okay. So it very much has kind of that Digimon, Pokemon. In fact, so the monsters in it, they call them Monsties, which is a portmanteau of monster and bestie.
Aww.
Yeah, I guess that sounds better in the Japanese because they don't know how.
Yeah, it's just
sounds.
You mean like Pokemon being pocket monsters?
Pocket monsters. I was thinking the same thing. And, that works. I think
the Monster Hunter Stories games. If you like those creature collection type games, forget the first game exists. It's old. It's their first attempt at it. It's not bad. It's worth playing, but you can also skip it. You can get Monster Hunter Stories too. The stories are basically Monster Hunter Stories to be like, oh, hey, this thing happened way long ago, and it'll be referencing the first game. Ooh, it doesn't matter if you know that or not. Yeah. It's a good game, worth playing. Monster Hunter Stories 3 is coming out. We're getting a few cutscenes and screenshots and stuff, and it looks So good. Although fucking Naviru is in it again, I think, and I hate that piece of garbage.
All right. So I have a question both for chat and for you guys. If you had to so I'm always recommending anime and games to other people. If you had to recommend an anime to me, what should I watch?
Bible Black.
Certain frames of it, I'm definitely all for. It's the artwork on that is disturbingly good. Not the best hentai I've ever seen in terms of art, but pretty high up there. Okay. There's actually a good few I would recommend, but well, actually, I mentioned it earlier. If you haven't seen Vampire Hunter D, that is brilliant. It's so good, but I think you've already seen it, haven't you, there, Chesh? So that doesn't count. Let's see. I mentioned Outlaw Star. I'm gonna have a lot of old Taku shit. I mean, it's kind of a cop out, but I mean, JoJo sucks you in whether you like it or not.
I saw JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I didn't get into I thought it was fine. I liked it, but it was not it didn't get me into all of JoJo. So I haven't seen the newest JoJo, which I've heard really good things about.
I would say
that is the latest one.
Black Lagoon.
Ooh, I watched that and it was okay, but oh my god, it was too like your teenage the teenage guy. It was a little too try hard at times.
It definitely was, but the setting, the setting, the story, the whole concept around it,
Black Lagoon
was
is
so good.
I mean, I got another one for you. Edge Runners, but again, you've seen it, so.
Which one?
Edge Runners.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Does anyone remember the Zone of the Enders anime?
I heard of it.
I can't remember if it was based on the game or if the game was based on the anime.
I couldn't tell you.
There was an interesting technique because they did a 3D render of the mechs, and they animated the mechs using 3D, but then they had the 2D artists trace over the frames of the 3D render.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of fascinating because it looked really cool.
As we mentioned a couple times, I really love Phantasy Star. Phantasy Star Online, all of that. And there is actually a Phantasy Star Online anime. And I cannot recommend it. It is garbage. I was expecting the isekai, oh no, we've been transported to the world. No, it's about a group of high school students who play Phantasy Star Online.
Well, that's what we want to see. Yeah.
That's what. Oh, so you're using Phantasy Star Online.
Vibes.
You're using the thing with lasers, chainsaws, and magic, and all this cool shit, and it doesn't even get screen time because it's just the game they all play, and it doesn't even show any of it. Ooh, okay, once per season, per episode, we get a 5-minute where they're in the game as their characters. Yay!
I'm not a typical anime person, but there is one anime movie I recommend to everyone. I know Chesh has seen it already, but it's Your Name.
Your Name, the silent voice, and if anybody hasn't seen Padma Inverted, I would recommend you definitely check out Padma Inverted. There was also one about what was it called? Something in the Rain. It's good, but I wouldn't put it in the top. If you haven't watched Padma Inverted, definitely watch it. It's not long.
The only Rain one I know is Wolf's Rain, and Wolf's Rain is definitely worth watching.
Well, that's not a movie. Wolf's Rain. Wolf's Rain. I
remember seeing that a lot on playlists and shit, and I never clicked on it.
Wolf's Rain needs to suck my whole ass.
A new anime just came out. A new anime just came out. A Sentence to Be a Hero. Highly recommend it.
What's it called?
Sentence to Be a Hero.
Sentence.
Oh, I've heard about that. It's a really interesting idea.
Yeah, the first episode is 58 minutes long. There won't be.
Chesh, is it called After the Rain?
That might be.
There's a manga called that. Sorry, Athens, go.
Yeah, there's not a second episode this week.
battles endless hordes of monsters, abominations as part of a hero unit. Death is no escape, only a cycle of resurrection and relentless combat. Oh, okay. I see. Interesting.
Yeah. They flip it on the head by having it as a punishment, and like people can't stand heroes in this world. And I'm like, okay, that's not a bad gimmick.
One that I saw recently that looks like it's a little bit schlocky, but is like a little like the budget is low, but is a lot more interesting than you would think. And it's not the porn one, which is redo of a healer. It's with the green hair. Let me see if I can find it.
Look, saying the green hair does not like narrow it down in anime very much at all.
No,
like,
but it's just a really specific trait that only healers have green hair in this.
Yeah, you know, it's that anime where they have like green hair and it's kind of spiky and they all wear like extra goggles and shit and like there's no reason for it. They just have them. It never
Sometimes they just go, huh? At any time. You know that anime. You know the anime where they just gasp randomly.
This is it.
Huh?
What is the fucking name in English?
Hey, look, there's Amania's in chat.
It is getting a season 2, which is nice.
Money, go back to bed.
A good sci-fi one is Oscar Lost in Space, and then Gargantia of the Verdurous something else. I can't read that.
Why are anime titles just getting longer and longer and longer and longer?
Because there's too much shit. It's called the wrong way to use healing magic. I absolutely recommend that.
Clips of that on YouTube. Like on the
it is a lot of fun, and I absolutely recommend watching it. It is a good time. It's basically a whole series about like subverting what a healer is supposed to do and what's a healer supposed to be good at.
Hello.
And it's realistic in like the changes.
So, did you base Dr. Trigan off this?
No. It's actually closer to my D&D cleric. Dr. Trigan, all right.
I love Dr. Trigan. Dr. Trigan was great.
Dr. Trigan was a lot of fun. Dr. Trigan was like, how do I be the best medic I could ever possibly be, but also have something to do and the side.
Well, like, so I played Hank Lanford in that one. I made him like this. Okay, so I made Hank Lanford to be this like general. I can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But then everybody had everything covered. So I'm like, cool. The only other thing I have is scanning.
One scanny boy.
I was the scanning guy. Let's go. Let's scan all the things.
Here's the thing: if anybody gets downed, you can just fill their role.
Yeah, well, that was the whole. I tend to make very utilitarian characters. Even like the druid or the cleric I was talking about earlier that has the -2 to her strength.
Yeah.
Her whole purpose was she had ridiculous HP and AC and took all utility and healing spells. So my point was, in combat, I rush the field, I get up front, I take the hits and support everybody else. I never intended to swing my hammer.
Right.
Like my point in combat is to make sure that all the beatings go to me and you guys get the buffs.
My cleric is at this point at level like 13 or 14 or whatever we're at. So we've gotten a few stat increases. Has a dexterity of 0. Dexterity is complete. So I've decided that he is kind of clumsy. A little bit. Like, not like, it's still a 0. He's got a negative in it, and he's got training in dexterity. Like, he's proficient in dexterity saving throws because he's a cleric. But he's just a 0. It's like, that's great, but oh well. His strength is a +2 at this point. His int is a +2. But his constitution is like 18. His charisma is 20, and his wisdom is 20. So he's got like a little bit of education, and he's like kind of beefy, but he's incredibly charismatic, which does nothing for any of his spellcasting, or any of his attacks, or any of his anything, except Oh no, he's hot, and he's really good at convincing and lying to people because he's a cleric of Asmodeus. Of course he's good at lying to people and good at telling when people are lying to him because that's a wisdom-based skill.
Anybody that's in the church is good at lying. That's like 90% of their jobs.
He is absolutely a fucking would be able to convince a bunch of teenagers to sell their souls at a youth group. Like, this is what he does.
So my church growing up, we had young earthers, but they weren't like the main group. We had a false prophet who got kicked out because he said he was the second coming of Jesus.
Oh, wow.
We had a guy who ribbon danced in the back. Yeah, it was a really bizarre church. I don't know why we went to that one.
You know what the sad fact is? I guarantee you the second coming of
obviously.
Jesus guy wasn't reported to a psychiatric place because that's what he should have done.
And here's the thing. He was a known con man grifter who had spent time in prison for it.
Oh, he found Jesus.
We're talking about Trump?
No, but no, he found Jesus, and then found out that he was Jesus. I was in the church choir.
I found Jesus. He was me the whole time.
Oh my God, I'm literally God.
So I was.
In
the choir, and I did the plays. And every play, they just like kept stepping up, like how evil my character was. So it's like, oh, you could be Judas. You could be this character that represents Satan. You could actually be Satan. You want to be Satan? Oh,
Own it. Come out like the red outfit with the horns.
Yes.
And then
Prancing.
Our guy that was always Jesus was a biker who's a former Hell's Angel. So whenever he would do like the Jesus on the cross shirt off, we had to like put makeup on him to cover the Hell's Angels tattoos.
Oh, you poor dears. The whitest of toast you grew up in. Oh my God.
It was like milk
all the way
down.
My. Did you didn't even see a black person until you turned 20? Like, what the fuck?
So I did. Because
hey, you already know the type of person I'm talking about.
Okay, so
here we go.
I'm going to dox myself a little bit. Look up Auberry, California. Auberry. That is the town I grew up in.
Hey, this isn't now. This isn't what I meant when I said I wanted to be nailed.
It is a
beautiful landscape.
Speck. It is a speck of a town. I know I'm yelling. Don't tell me not to yell, wifey. Just tell me I'm yelling.
You are yelling. That's okay.
I am yelling.
I'm triggering ancient memories for him.
Yeah,
you are. So it is a logging town. It is a logging town, and California outlawed logging.
Ooh.
So the town died. So the only people that are left are the weird ass old conspiracy theorists who can't go anywhere else.
Nice.
And that is what that area has collected.
Is this where Mark MTG came from?
Yeah, it's some weird shit. It's some very weird shit there.
Beautiful landscape. Lean into tourism.
So, do you know why they don't lean into tourism?
Because the people scare them off.
No. Google Maps and find out how far away Yosemite National Park is, because it's not that far away.
Oh, no, you don't stand a chance. Wait, hold on. No, you can lean in on that by just building some hotels and saying we can drive you out to the park.
Yeah. McKinley Grove. So you know the giant redwood trees that are in Yosemite?
Mm-hmm.
They are also in Sequoia, and they are also up by Auberry. So Auberry has a little grove of them. It's tiny. So there's a little grove of them there. It's a beautiful area. I lived up on the top of the mountain. It was gorgeous, but yeah, it is absolutely hills have eyes. Small
it
town.
gives the vibes that like there are bodies buried there.
You could get like two. You could get like two smoke machines, and you would turn it into Silent Hill.
The local lake. I've been to the town Silent Hill is based off of. It's very creepy. They drained the lake up there, Shaver Lake. They drained it to repair the dam. My mom found a human femur.
Gross.
Yep.
Fun fact, the movie Silent Hill, the town that they filmed, like where they filmed it, is where I live.
I love that movie.
It's the city I live in. It's down the road.
hates that movie. I love that movie.
I saw it
I
in
think
theater.
it's
It
really
wasn't-
faithful to the game, to be honest.
It is so faithful to the game. It gets the beats right. It gets the
It's
that
so
slow
faithful
burn
to the game that
creep.
it doesn't make as good of a movie.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
and again,
fair.
like I said earlier, the Monster Hunter movie doesn't do
John
that.
Bean doesn't die in it. Shock of shock.
It's one of those
the-
things where it's like
with-
it's a decent. It's not. It's a weird cross between it. Like it feels like it should be a monster movie, but there isn't quite a monster
I'm gonna have to watch
because
it
the
again. I'm
monster
gonna have to
There are
is the
watch it
some
again.
town.
threats.
Well, the monster's the town. And then it's also
Well,
got
the
like a little
monster,
bit of that
yeah.
hot fuzz of "we're the greater good" because there's like a cult inside of the town, and that's like, but there's not really a cult inside of Silent
No,
Hill.
they're inside the
but-
church, and they make expeditions out of the church, and it's
Yeah,
harder
but
for
that's
them to
that's
do
more
that.
Resident Evil than it is
Yeah.
Silent Hilly, but also like and
I
so
think
like
they
it's
could have made the ending to the Silent Hill movie a lot better by
Adding a dog?
Can I say spoilers for the ending?
yeah.
I
It's
guess
an
I
old
can.
wifey
movie.
just
It's old
wifey
enough.
just seven seased it for me. Yay.
Oh, there you go.
So I think instead of what they did with the ending, like with them showing up at home and sort of like, you know, them sort of silently coming to the awareness that they might be dead already. I think the main characters, including Sean Bean's character, should have come upon the car crash where they died all at the same time, and then he kind of feels their presence as they kind of
Oh.
walk
Ooh,
off.
that would have
into
been
the mist.
good. That would have been so good.
That would have been a
I
lot
don't
better, I think.
I like the subtlety of it because it doesn't need to tell you. I don't like the fact that so many people think they need to like explain all things. Like, oh, I don't want someone to come over and like just tell you that,
So-
oh, this is what's happening. No, I want you to put it together because you're paying attention to the movie because you paid money to sit down.
We don't
at the
trust people to
theater.
do that in Hollywood.
It's not that like it's
Yeah.
not that people couldn't figure out the original ending. I just think it wasn't nearly impactful enough.
Yeah.
Well, no, because the movie wasn't that actually impactful for one simple reason. Its main problem, I think, was that it kind of didn't let things breathe enough. That's my opinion on it.
You think it
there
should have been
was,
slower between the beats?
Yeah, and then that's why when
So-
like you see like the cockroaches with the human faces, when that would have happened, that would have been crazy. But then immediately afterwards, you run across the survivors, and then you have to deal with the survivors, and then you run across.
You don't have enough time to
Pyramid Head.
process. I see.
So
Could you
I
just
think-
give us some little bit because that
It's
game
a
was
90-minute
great.
It's a 90-minute movie trying to condense a lot of lore from like a 12-hour game. That's the
yeah,
problem.
too much.
All right,
So
here's
I
three
think
things.
it
One,
would have been
drop some of the
better-
points. Oh, come on.
Yeah, it would have been better as like a mini series, but at that time they didn't do those.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as like a
No.
mini series where you get like an episodic thing where because then they can
A
drag it out. Like
Netflix 8 to 10 episode series would have slapped. I
So
think.
what
Yeah,
I
'cause
what I
nobody's
would
watching
say
it now.
back
movie.
then, but yeah,
what it was doing is it was suffering from the formatting at the time.
That's
So
true.
one of my favorite movies that absolutely suffers from the formatting of the time and from the fact that it's a very, very early comic adaptation before they knew what they were doing is Tank Girl.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true. Yes.
yeah.
I was
I
only
love
thinking
that
of Tank Girl
movie.
a few days ago.
And it's awful. It's an awful
It is.
movie.
It's
But
they
I
didn't know what
love
to do
it.
with it. They absolutely didn't know what to
They
do.
had
with it.
well, and have you read the comics?
I've read bits of it. There's like no overarching plot, is there?
No, there's not. But there's also no way to cover Tank Girl without an X rating. The
Yeah.
first story arc, she goes after one of the Ripper's bounties, ends up sleeping with the kangaroo, and then shotgun blasts him in the face.
Doesn't she get
It
off
needs
a
to be
skull at one
it needs
point
to
on
be
top of the
treated like a
tank?
Tarantino movie.
Okay, here's the
Yeah.
deal. She marries Booga, the kangaroo. She cheats on him with the tank and gives birth to a half human, half tank baby. She prevents the second coming of Jesus Christ because she randomly fires a laser gun into the air that causes a man's testicles to increase in size by 10,000%, and it hits the pilot, who is carrying baby Jesus.
What kind of drugs were they on when they created this?
Obviously,
It's from Australia.
Is this where South Park got their idea from?
Maybe.
Yeah, Maybe. Tank Girl comes from an era of comics that were like, have you ever seen, like, say, Transmetropolitan or a lot of like 2000 AD stuff? So obviously, the better part of like the cyberpunk, the gritty, crazy, heavy metal. If you ever watched the movie, there's an anime for you. Watch Heavy Metal. I liked that they tried to do Tank Girl, and it is open up a page and show the artwork without, hopefully, something that doesn't involve nudity, because then you'll get
sometimes you just respect the effort, right?
Yeah.
Whether or not it was is successful,
That's
right? Like
nudity.
I don't want to
No,
see. I don't want to see a
my,
Terry
that's her-
Pratchett movie. Terry
That
Pratchett
is her
belongs
with
in
the
miniseries.
kangaroo. That
Terry
is her
Pratchett
spooning the
TV show for
kangaroo.
Sky
Can
One.
people not hear
Godfather.
Chesh?
No, I can hear it.
I can hear Chesh, but everyone's talking over it.
It's just another
I'm trying to
dialect in
find-
Discord.
Yeah, that's a giant dick and a monkey. No, that's
Don't
Manya
worry,
came
Jeff,
in.
I'll speak for you.
Manya came in. What class is Manya in Dungeons and Dragons?
Ooh, what class is Manya?
I have an idea of what I think, but I want to hear what
Go
other
on.
people think first.
Oh yeah, go on. Yes, please. I would love to know. Anyone?
They gotta think about it. You gotta give them a second.
The first thing that came to my mind was some sort of like cleric, or some sort of maybe like magic user. Anyway,
Celestial warlock with a really bizarre patron.
Not bad.
How about an artificer?
Ooh, for
Artificer.
the engineering.
Rez, he was like, do I have to?
There's
So
so many
to sum
options.
Tank Girl up, I'm trying to find a page I can show closer on camera, and I'm having trouble doing that.
yeah, I
yeah.
noticed. That's why I said take your time. Don't just
Yeah,
flip
good
through
luck.
Oh
random
my God.
pages.
Okay, Chesh, you get I'm going to take a picture of this and send this underwear bulge to you. I can't put it on your channel.
Hell
but
yeah!
the detail on
Welcome to
that-
Rum and Coke Night, everyone.
I was
the
just thinking,
detail-
I'm glad I woke up for this.
Hell yeah.
There you go, Chesh. How is that for a side, like, random nobody character?
I'm gonna fap to this later. That's
Oh
great.
yep, this works.
You gotta
This
send that
works.
shit to me, there, Gobbo
Yeah, I'll
girl.
send it. I'll send it.
Manya is a College of Glamour
So-
bard.
If you guys really want an idea of the art style, you all know the music band Gorillaz.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Same artist.
Yeah, you can tell.
So here we go.
It's the same artist.
College of Glamour Bard gets Mantle of Majesty command. Command the creature to flee, move closer, freeze, drop to the ground, or drop its weapon. Targets that are charmed automatically fail their saving throw.
I
So,
think
This is Leroy Jenkins.
Hi,
This is
Leroy
Leroy
Jenkins.
Jenkins. He's a good boy.
Hey.
Look at that big dumb baby. I love him.
He
I
is
like-
so fucking stupid.
I like the Celestial Warlock. You're all on like the same vein of like charismatic.
Charismatic.
Like yeah, because the Celestial Warlock.
Hold on. Like,
Well, the Celestial Warlock is like all clerical based. The Glamour Bard is all about like showmanship, right?
Yeah.
So earlier when I said I had a setting that was the like the brothel owner of Lifted Tail is Lady Morgan Morganite. There is a story why her name is that. She is a rather tall kobold. She's 3.5 feet tall. She is bright pink, and she is the owner of it. And she is a glamour bard.
What if Manya is the Archfey granting Glamour Bard
Ooh.
stuff?
Maybe.
But hear me out.
What?
Chaos
Okay.
Sorcerer.
Ooh,
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, that's what I am.
Although-
I cause chaos.
Charisma based,
Wild
does
magic.
shit, and then
Wild-
ends
wild
up
magic.
accidentally causing fucking other shit that she was not prepared for.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. I start shit that I don't even know I wanted to start.
Something,
then I just
something,
take-
something. You didn't see what he found in that guy's pocket.
You know
Dude,
the
here's a
famous
question.
I'm just gonna say this. The famous court case, the defamation court case between Nate Brody and Christopher Boozy was thanks to me. That went for 3 years.
Has anyone in our community earned Divine Soul Sorcerer status?
Divine Soul.
I had one.
Now I want to go and play Baldur's Gate.
You want to play Baldur's Gate anytime you get a chance. I see you popping up in the corner almost as much as I go on Hearts of Iron. That's
It's
not
been
true.
a while.
No one
Chesh
goes
is having a
on more
hard
than-
time thinking about that one.
Divine Soul
I just sent Chesh a picture of a die that I want. I talked
really
about it
cool
earlier.
looking
It is a
die.
critless D20. It does not have a 1 or a 20. Instead, it has 8 extra symbols that are smaller and it's harder for them to land on, and it's for wild magic rolls. So if you hit one of the hard to roll ones, you get a wild magic surge. And you look up, you get 8 tables, and you look up on the associated table what you do.
What class would Dapper be?
Would
Well, we'll have to
Dapper be?
ask that when Dapper's here and doesn't
Oh.
abandon us.
Doesn't abandon us. I agree.
And
Well,
Abandoned.
Landon's a
No.
wizard. Landon's a fucking wizard,
Yeah,
guys.
definitely.
It's like he's
That's
just
how
doing
much.
math.
He's
Oh,
a,
no.
okay, how about this? How about this? He is a wizard who specializes in automatons.
Well, yeah,
Look,
you can
this
be
is
like there are
Dapper's
schools of
skull.
magic, right?
This
Yeah.
is Dapper's skull. You can see it's very chompy, and he uses these teeth to bite the heads off of sauropods. So you would think, oh, he's got to be like a fighter or a barbarian or something. But then he's more like lore bard because he's, he is dapper. So you start getting
Dapper's
like that
got
lore
a
and
high
glamour
int,
bard.
and it is unfortunate
So-
that there's not a whole ton of classes that use int as their base
Artificer.
stat.
I think he is a bard.
Yeah.
I think he's a lore bard, but I think he's split personality. He goes full on barbarian rage to bite the heads off of sauropods.
Oh, you're saying he's a barbarian?
He's a barbarian, and he has 0 control over the barbarian side of it.
Part, the
Which is a character
barbarian part.
I actually
College
I
of
play that
Swords
character.
Barbarian.
Just imagine, he's got a
College of
small
Swords
like ukulele.
barbarian.
He's got a very small ukulele. He's like 7 foot tall.
With his
Like,
tiny little
like,
hands.
Or maybe, yeah, no, not tiny little hand. Yeah. And he's like 7 feet tall, and he's got a tiny.
The
ukulele, and
Ceratosaurus
he
have
goes around,
small arms, but they're
I'm
yeah.
gonna sit here and play my song, and then accidentally like break another piece of furniture around him, and then just go like,
Yeah,
"Oops,
they're-
turn
sorry."
around and
For
and then
for small
start
arm
with
theropods,
Toxic gossip train.
I mean, like, Bards do get access to polymorph. He could theoretically turn himself into a dinosaur
No.
playing a ukulele.
right?
Kip's
and-
got,
Kip.
Kip's got more
How
of a
would he
druid
hold it? How would he
vibe.
hold it with his
And-
little arms?
No. Hold on. And because of that
Tyrannosaurus arms aren't
ability,
that
no
small.
one actually knows how he looks like, right? So when he actually goes into his human form, he's like 7 or 8 feet tall, and because he's a barbarian. So like,
I would like to point out that Dapper wears a tutu on a semi-regular basis, which is dancing, which is very Grard-esque.
guys,
yes.
my wifey just came up and stole my drink.
Yay.
What is she doing now?
I'm having a
Force
good time. I'm
choking
not
you?
drunk. Okay, give me back my whiskey.
It do be like
Thank you.
That would be
Give it
grounds
back.
of divorce here in Ireland.
that.
Oh.
Oh, Al just made it. Hey, Al, welcome. Just made it out of a blizzard.
I switched. I'm
Glad you're
drinking
okay.
Crown Royal Black, so I'm drinking Canadian whiskey in my
Nice.
Crown Royal glass that actually has the Crown Royal crown
Logo?
on the pillow in bubbles
Nice.
in the 1-inch thick glass base. I love these glasses.
Underrated
seven-
dice bags. The velvet bag
my
that
God.
Crown Royal comes in.
So Crown Royal is the best dice bag company because they give you a free bottle of whiskey with every dice bag
Yeah.
purchase.
Perfect.
Actually, if anyone in
I
that-
had this glass. I got these glasses when I was 17. I was 18. I worked at the Lodi Independent Grocery Stores Marval, which is in Prather, California, which is the town next to Auberry, where we looked up earlier. Prather is literally one parking lot. It's now 2 parking lots. It's gone up upscale.
Ooh.
Fancy.
We were such a small store that when like Crown Royal and all the other, they would all send us like the seasonal, like, here's the seasonal. You buy the Crown Royal and you get the glasses. We didn't have shelf space for it. So we would open them, take the bottle out, put the bottle on the shelf, and throw the rest of it away. So I got these before I was able to buy booze because we were throwing them away because we didn't sell them.
If anyone in our Discord has earned Divine Soul Sorcerer status, it'd be Al.
I like my Divine Soul Sorcerer. I didn't get to play him very much, though.
Al's too
All right.
pure.
All right, I got a question for you. It is currently 4:30 in the morning, and I'm awake. At 6, I plan to stream. Should I do my workout stream or should I play Cyberpunk? I'm conflicted.
Can you do both
should
at
play
the same time?
Satisfactory.
I was gonna say, why not both?
Now that would take a while to set up, but not impossible. I just need to bring the bike in here, and then I'd be very slowly cycling. But it would be
Hang on. Here's an idea. Every time you die in Cyberpunk, you have to get on the treadmill.
My treadmill's broken, but my bike isn't.
Get on the bike then.
I get up at 4 a.m. every day. That's my alarm to go to work.
That's a sad thing you just said. I don't like that. I'm a house hobo, so it's a
So-
strange,
Play Cyberpunk with the
mysterious
hardest
world.
difficulty.
I'm a trucker.
I
drive
I think I
a.
could do pretty well. I play Corrosion.
I drive a super tag, which is for US is a very big dump truck. For non-US is a holy shit, that thing's legally allowed on the road dump truck. They're massive, and my favorite thing is every truck in the United States by DOT gets an abbreviation, and it's usually 2 letters. Ours is STAG. We get 4, so it's Stag.
Nice.
Super tag. So my job is to dump massive loads in the super tag all day. So my job is to dump massive loads in the stag all day.
I think Al
That
is
sounds-
the same as me.
Mm.
I think me and
A
Al are
robot.
both. No, I think we're knowledge clerics.
Oh, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
could see that.
yeah, I agree. But I love that Chesh really got mine. That was the
This is the chaos sorcerer.
That's gonna be like
So-
3 knowledge.
You want a fun
Clerics,
class thing? The first home
Clerics
game I
are wisdom
ran
based.
that didn't just bomb. My wifey played a cleric,
Mhm.
and she worked so hard to turn that cleric into a paladin. I'm like, why didn't you just
Why don't you
start
just
with
play a paladin?
paladin?
Yeah.
What?
so here's the
I've
thing.
never heard
I
of it.
played-
Warcleric Paladin is kind of broken.
I played 2nd edition when I was in middle school. Our DM moved away. Game fell apart. Didn't get to play again. All through high school, I was in the Magic the Gathering club. We played tournaments. Some of us, I played state level tournaments. We were geeks, and I could not get any of them to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh.
And then Critical Role came out, and I was like, "Hey, wifey, you would like this." And wifey's like, "I would like this." So I've been saying for years, "Hey, let's play D&D," and nobody would do it. Wifey won in time. "Hey, let's play D&D," and everybody, "Yeah, let's do that."
Yeah. Yeah, it do be like
So-
that.
So wifey knew nothing outside of Critical Role when we started D&D. So she didn't really know what she was doing.
Yeah, and they had no
but-
paladin
Oh.
in that
Mhm.
group.
Oh,
No,
when
they had
I
Pike.
played my first session,
Who was a cleric?
I played.
Yeah.
And remember, Chesh, when I played my first session, I just kept on getting into fights with people.
Yeah, you were running around just ganking people.
And I was just like, listen, you little shit, give us what you're
I've
looking
only
for.
had-
And then Dapper would come around and was just like, hey, mate, just calm down. And come this way. Let's have a drink. I was like,
I've only had Manya at my table once, and that was for Top Hats Off Alien.
yeah.
And that is a fun system because you and Rubik's were "Oh no, we have to heal. We have to do the thing." Like, guys, please stop. You're just making the thing go higher. You're
making
this
it
is-
worse.
Oh God, there's no heal in this system. There is
And
no
I'm just
healing.
like,
You're going to
I'm
die.
gonna just smash somebody's head. I'm just like, bonk.
Oh,
I think that when it comes to like any of these kinds of systems or any of these kinds of games, you need to understand the separation between the fluff and the crunch. Because the fluff of what you want to do, and you should always just start off with what is it you want, what are you trying to do? And let your DM help you, and let the other players at the table help you figure out how to do what it is that you want to do, as opposed to just being like, I swing my sword. It's like, okay, but what are you trying to do when you're swinging your sword?
So here's a good thing with systems and things, and one of the problems we got into with Alien. Please wait until your DM tells you to roll.
And don't interrupt.
Yeah, don't interrupt. Because here's the thing. In Alien, it is straight up written in the books that as the GM, which is Game Mother in that one, if it is a trivial thing or it's not like a cinematic thing, because it is such a like live or die on every dice roll, you're not supposed to make the players roll unless it is cinematic that they roll there. So most of your checks are just going to be yeah, you do that or yeah, you don't at the DM's discretion. Dice rolls only come out when there's a possibility for a fatal outcome. So if you just preemptively roll the dice,
let's make more fatal outcomes happen. Hooray!
Yeah, it's kind of one of those like it does the horror movie trope where it just keeps ramping up, and that's where we got to the last of Top Hats Off, where it's like, yeah, everybody is so high on their panic tables that we just keep rolling more of them. Like every panic causes 3 more panics.
If you guys want me to DM, by the way, a longer campaign, you need to let me and or Dapper know. Preferably both of us.
Well, like I said, Chesh, I'm going to start doing some Sunday one-shots, and I know your Sundays are your free day, but if you have a day that you would like to join in some one-shots, let me know.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out on what you're doing, and then when I have like some time.
Yeah, because I'm gonna do some pretty open like one shots. So my channel's for Cozy Cats Games, and like when we go live on Sundays, we just use our general Discord, so anybody can just drop in, chat, hang out. But we're gonna do some really open, freeform one shots. We're gonna use some random systems. So if anybody's interested in that,
yeah,
drop over.
I gave up trying to get Chesh to DM a game years ago because she was just getting busier and busier.
It's true.
The game I want to see Chesh DM would be a Pillion. Because it's such a crazy ass world, and you start as baby dragons, and it's the whole thing is your story of you growing up into big dragons. But you start as these cute little baby dragons, and your character sheet is a little booklet. Like you print it out and fold it, and it's a booklet that you fill out as you go, like a storybook. And it is such this like kitty, cute, weird.
I have this.
It does.
Okay. I have this problem, and it sounds like fun, but I have a problem, and this is a me problem. This is a personal problem. Everything that I run and everything that I make becomes cursed existential horror every single time.
Here's my next story beat on that. It's kind of like if anybody's read the kids' books Wings of Fire, where it's kids' books. Yes, this is a book for 7-year-olds. What happens in the prologue? Oh, look, they're threatening to throw the baby dragon off the cliff. They won't do that. Oh, they just slit the guy's throat and threw him and the baby dragon off the cliff.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're dead, crumpled at the bottom of the cliff. Oh.
But it's like in fluffy language.
Oh.
They took
Chesh
it.
is
Just
just
tumble.
do you not know
They
this?
can come back out.
No.
Chesh is just Fem Liam O'Brien.
I don't do it on purpose all the time.
Neither does Liam. It just goes down that route every fucking time.
Like, people make decisions, and those decisions have consequences, and a lot of the times those consequences are existential horror.
Yeah.
I mean, that's always fun though.
I've been working on, so I've got a story.
Chesh, I don't have Manya on Discord. That is from the Wings of Fire graphic novel. Please send her that and make sure, Manya, that you understand it. This is for 7-year-olds.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll try.
And if you would like if you would like context, I will tell you what that story part is.
Okay, I'll ask you the questions where I'm confused.
You won't be.
Okay.
So I have story beats that I've been working on for my characters in D&D, and one of those story beats is that I have successfully now broken this. It's like, I love this character. They must suffer. And so I've got this one character that I've broken down like into near non-existence, and now I'm like, okay, cool. Now it's time to figure out how do I put them back together. It's like
So
the second half.
You sent me a picture.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. He's
For children.
Yeah.
That dragon's name is Fjord, and he the ability that he's been hit with, they call magical death spit. Although the character who actually has
magical
name,
death spit. Acid, you mean? You mean acid?
Yeah, I was about to say acid.
They have like
Magical
venomous death spit, and if it gets in your bloodstream, you just die.
Yay!
And it melts your
Dragon's
face.
last name Stone by any chance?
It's bleach.
No, they don't have last names.
Oh.
That was
Alright.
a Critical Role reference.
Yeah,
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, they Wings of Fire is actually a decent read as an adult. It's a fun little story, and it is not appropriate for the age group that they say it is.
I prefer
Yeah.
Ashes of
No, I
Fire.
counter. I think kids need to be thrown into the fire pits as soon as possible.
I
to see
mean-
if they can survive.
I guess at that age, I was watching like the original Land Before Time, which was and Secret of Nim.
Yeah.
Secret Nim gives
all of
people,
the that's
Dude, I
all
love
of all
Secret
of the
Nim.
I love it. I love it.
that's
so
all of
much.
the good shit from Don.
My
Bluth.
my cousin's kids were over one time,
We
and
watched
they had
Worship
nothing to
Now.
watch. And and so I put on Secret of Nim, and they both started crying, and I had to turn it off. And it was like,
Oops.
like, oh, they're too young for this. They're twice the age I was when I. What?
That might be the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I
they-
don't
they're
want to
just-
say coddled because I don't know the context, but it does
No,
seem that,
coddled would.
like,
They are spoiled and coddled, and it. Yeah, I hate those
oh,
kids.
the world's gonna kick them in the teeth. This is why we show them scary stuff as kids, because they need to get a little bit of skin on them. They need to be prepped for the horrors that is existential dread once you hit puberty
So-
and onwards.
Growing up, like our VHS of Secret of Nim died. It got used so much, and I don't remember a damn thing about it.
If you want a Secret
it's
of
good.
Nim that's like levels of scary, but is like not as intense of Secret of Nim, watch The Great Mouse Detective.
Yeah,
Good Mouse Detective.
that's some good shit.
It's
I
a
know
good
I've seen
in
that.
between if
Read
you need to
some,
work up to
read some
Secret of
Redwall.
Nim. Yeah, Redwall's also
Redwall
very
is
good. Yeah.
okay, but it tends to start overlapping itself story.
It's a little slow.
It really does.
It's a little slow.
really
I remember
does.
Fivel Goes West.
Honestly,
I
if you
remember
want to,
that.
again,
American
if
Tail.
you want to read something Redwall level, Wings of Fire. That's about what that is. It's pretty much modern Redwall. But it has
Every time you
Warlock
say
of
Rings
Brassica
Fire, all I think of
Prime?
is Asses of Fire.
Warlock of
Now, why would you
Brassica
think of
Prime
Arsenal Fire straight away?
would be you
Terrence
could be
and
a
Phillip.
warlock. If you were a warlock of Brassica Prime, what
Not
you would
without
be is
my
you would be a divine soul warlock who has cabbage flavored spells.
Cabbage flavored. My
That's-
cabbages.
Yeah, that's what you would do. Or you could be a cleric or a paladin of Brassicus Prime, and you could again just flavor it so like your outfit is like the Onion Knight, and you would be like just doing vegetable things. You could totally do it. You're like a broccoli man. It would make complete sense. You could absolutely do that, and you'd barely have to change anything. You would just change all your fluff, but all of the technical stuff would be the same.
I like to think if you could combine both the conjure food and the water parts of the conjure food or water spell into a single gift, it would just be a gigantic iceberg lettuce.
I mean, that's kind of low key. That's kind of like just a bigger version of Goodberry,
Oh yeah, kind of.
right? Could you imagine like Goodberry, except instead of creating a bunch of good berries, you create one head of cabbage and you can just split it up?
Oh my god, it's like flaming sphere, but it's just a gigantic iceberg lettuce that rolls around and hits people.
You get a bludgeoning fireball, and instead it just makes a giant lettuce that explodes.
You blink something fast enough, and it will cause damage. So.
And at least it's not fire damage anymore.
You
It's
drop it on
bludgeoning
someone's head
damage.
from 100 feet, that's gonna fucking kill them.
Eldritch Blast, but it's just shooting tomato sauce.
Oh my god, you become the condiment king. What the fuck?
All right,
Oh my god.
we are past the 2-hour mark, so we should probably start wrapping up now. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be back at this next month. I keep looking at my non-existent fucking
calendar.
I like that calendar. I love that calendar.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
I got
That's
you
great.
covered there. You'll be on with me, I think.
In a week's time, Cheshire's gonna be like fucking writing on the wall itself.
Get us some
Permanent
chalk.
marker and just like fuck it, I'll deal with it at the end of the
Sharpies.
year.
I'll paint over it later.
I'm glad I made it.
15th, you're with me there.
Yeah, next week I don't even know. What am I looking at? Hold on. Next week is
Hold on.
Volcano Show on Friday on this channel. The 31st is the pub. I'm gonna be doing art on Twitch Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesdays is my day off. I'll be on with Lev on Thursday. Is that's this Thursday and next Thursday, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yes. Hopefully
No,
we'll be back with...
not next Thursday. Not next Thursday. The
Thursday
29th.
Okay, 22nd and the 29th. So I'll be on with him there.
No, the 15th and the 29th.
Oh, yeah, the next two. So I was right. Okay.
Get a calendar.
Wait, 15th and 29th. I know, I need to get a new calendar. And then on Top Hats Off, me and Zeralon and I will be live on Top Hats Off on Fridays. And then also Chill Mondays on Monday, and then whatever the fuck else we're doing on Tuesday, Thursdays. What else is everybody else doing? What are you guys up to?
I had
Crickets. Okay, so my channel, we do a live game on Wednesday, which is going to be Cyberpunk. We started it. It was a false start. We had some issues. So we've basically hit the reset button. So this Wednesday will be our first intro into Cyberpunk Red. That is on 4 Cozy Cat Games. That is the numeral 4 Cozy Cat Games on YouTube. We do a Sunday rotating video. Sometimes it's a board game video. Sometimes it's a hanging out. Tomorrow it will be a painting miniatures. So we'll be live painting miniatures on YouTube's. Other than that, you can find me on Dapper's channel, and I draw furry porn. Look me up if you like furry porn. Otherwise, avoid it. Please bleach your eyes.
That's not without its charm. I may peruse. I'm not next, am I? Manya, what are you doing?
Me? I'm just bonking fucking harassers and educated harassers and online stalkers. That's what I'm doing, and I'm enjoying it and getting frustrated at the same time. So yeah, yesterday I did a 4-hour stream, and then I didn't even cover like 30 minutes of the bullshit, and then I just gave up. I was just like, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm fucking done.
They overwhelmed you with their shitting.
It just got so boring, and I was like feeling so tired. I was just like, nah, I'm done. I'm out of here. Bye.
I poked my head into that, but I poked my head out real quick.
It's fun because like you learn to recognize like fallacies and where the rhetoric is going wrong, and how you can respond to, because these people, they try to overwhelm you with content so that you don't know where to start from to respond. So I try to help in that regard. So yeah, that's me. And then of course I go on Volcano Show, and then other stuff that Chesh does here. So yeah, you'll see me plenty around. Yep.
I guess I'm up next. I decided to start my day off with Cyberpunk, and then so that's gonna be at 6. That'll be over on Twitch, No Energy Videos, and then at 9 I will do my workout. Then so that will be over on my YouTube. Then in 12 hours afterwards, I'm going to be on UFF with Commissar Feelgood for Vampire the Masquerade. So that will be, I'll probably be a bit groggy at that point, but I should try to keep it up because this is a very big week for me. Because not only on do I have the standard stuff throughout the week and with Chesh on Thursday, on the Friday we're off to goddamn Scotland. So I am pumped for that.
Nice.
And that will take up the remainder of my week, obviously, and probably back to regular scheduled shit on Tuesday, the day after I come back. It's UFF with Magicus, then UFF with Krendar, and then Feelgore, and then Magicus, then Chesh.
Hooray! Rez and No Lavender here are community members, and if you want to join us on Rum and Coke Nights, it is mostly an open-ended invitation, so let me know if you want to be part of it. The next one will be next month. We're gonna get on out of here. Like, subscribe, and share, and all that good shit, and we're only 100 subs away from this channel being monetized, so...
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
You already got more people than I do.
Okay, bye!
Cheers, everyone.
20 big bottles of booze.
1 bottle of booze.
Yay!